The Phillies 8-1. We'll see you in L.A. next Sunday at 8 Eastern. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Good night from New York.
Tiger Woods 20 for 20 with it. He's got a 2-shot leader more after 54 holes of golf. That was the situation at the Buick Open in Grand Blanc, Michigan. One of the great sneaky tour events. Great support up there, and they were going nuts for Tiger. He made par on the first couple of holes here. The par 3 third to within 8. He'd make birdie to 19 under. Then on 4, another birdie. He's 20 under. Then on 5, birdie, birdie, birdie. He's 21 under par, but chasing Tiger was the 4th-ranked player on the planet, Jim Furyk. He moves to 21 under, just a shot behind Tiger. He, like Tiger, has one on this golf course, too. Furyk for birdie again, and he's got it. He's to 21 under par. Meanwhile, the par 4 12th, it's Tiger, and he angry as son of a stupid Gary. Not at all pleased. Look at that lie. Now, well, that's all right. People have trampled it down, but he misses the par putt, and Tiger is tied with Jim Furyk. Had a big, comfortable 3-4 shot lead at one point, but now he's level. Now, Jim Furyk is a shot behind Tiger. He's got to chip it on the green because of the slope and the shape of the green, and he nearly holed out. He was 1 behind Tiger at that point. He's like, well, I tried my best. Shoots 64, does Furyk, but Tiger rallies. He birdies 13. Second shot on the par 4 15. Useful shot, that. Useful. It was a ball-striking exhibition, and the folks up there, they know their sports. They know he's going for 50 on 18. Tiger for a career-best 28 birdies in an event. He's 24 under. He wins by 3. IBM Shot Link shows us 7 birdies, 10 pars, 1 bogey in each round. He shoots 66, 66, 66. He becomes the 7th player ever to card half 100 on the PGA Tour. The icing is sweet, and so too has been the career to this point.
You never really, dream of something like that. It's, you're just hoping to get out here and play and hopefully win golf tournaments and ultimately win major championships. And I've just had a very blessed career. The start of my career was, you couldn't have imagined getting to the Tour Championship in the first year out. And it's been a nice ride and one that hopefully lasts for a long time.
Just 10 years in, it's been remarkable. As I mentioned, the 7th player ever to get to 50. Jack Nicklaus was previously the youngest to get to the milestone. Tiger just 30, almost 3 full years younger than the Golden Bear was when he won number 50 at the 73 PGA Championship. And incidentally, Nicklaus's best stretch came during that year, 32, 33, 34, so maybe Tiger's best is ahead of him. More Tiger. The numbers are staggering. 50 wins have come in fewer than 200 tour events as a pro, 196. He's won over a 1/4 of the tournaments he's entered. It's ridiculous. Killer instinct. Yeah, he's only won 29 straight tournaments when he enters the final round with the outright lead. And he's played the last 2 tournaments at a dominating 42 under par. The PGA Championship is 2 weeks away. It's at Medina. The last time they played there, 1999. And Tiger won that one. Hey, what's good? Welcome to SportsCenter alongside Neil Everett. I'm Scott Van Pelt. Baseball will have to remain in the on-deck circle for a while on a Sunday filled with big names and big events.
Yeah, we're thick as a brick. Begin our run at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with Chris Fowler.
Well, for Jimmy Johnson, Indy is a house of horrors no more. Bad history here erased today with another big victory in a monster race. It really was a skillful balance of prudent caution and then pure aggression when each was called for. And what a satisfying win. First Daytona, the all-star race, and now another monster win here at Indy. Jimmy, congratulations. How much of this was hard work on your part? How much of this was Houdini magic, given the trouble that your team had with tires all week?
There was a lot of hard work going into this. We had a problem yesterday in practice with the left front tire. I thought we made a shock adjustment that would help that. Unfortunately, once we got in the race, we had that same problem come back, and Chad Knaus had to go to work with the Goodyear tire engineers, try to understand what was going on, get the tire pressure right, get everything sorted out on the car to take some weight and pressure off of that tire. And we brought the life back to it, and off it went. So I was lucky I didn't go down a lap. I was lucky I didn't get in big trouble, and when that tire came apart, and the fender stayed on the car, and I can keep keep going.
Well, we'll trace your story. You can help Rusty and me with the highlights here. Your teammate, four-time winner of this event, Jeff Gordon, also had a very adventurous day. He was starting in 16th. He would have to go to the pits in lap 9 because of a problem with the sway bar. So this is an unusual situation, Rusty.
Oh, it was a real unusual situation. When Jeff Gordon's out there running, you saw the left front of his car come flying up in the air. You knew something was wrong right there. You could tell it was a sway bar problem or a broken shock. But when they came down and pulled the left front tire off and jumped under there, you could see the guy in motion really bad. There's something wrong. And now they got a handful of sway bars running over there to fix the thing. You know, Jimmy, I told him, yeah, a bolt breaking or something like that's got to be as weird as a hood flying off or something.
Yeah,
it's not expected.
That's been the luck Jeff's had this year. The guy's been very fast, but he's had the craziest luck. So
he was a lucky dog, though. He got back a couple laps today and got back in there.
I noticed he go by to get the lucky dog, so I'm so happy for him.
Well, here's your situation now, Jimmy. You're coming in, you blow the left front, and there's a fire in the pits after you pull out of some gasoline catches.
Yeah, it's like the little trail works its way around, and little hot dog roast there in pit road.
This is the first quarter of the race, though. At this point, I was listening to your race radio. They were saying, just relax, calm down, see how the tire pressure's going, then be aggressive.
Yeah, I really, I felt like I was going to punish the tire more since I lost track position, had to restart in the back coming up through there. So I was really nervous and expected to have another tire problem. Took care of the car. Fortunately, we did not have another problem, and we got through it, all right.
There you are passing Matt Kenseth, and then there was a situation where strategically a few cars did not pit with about 17 to go. So on the restart with 15 to go, you're out there having to pass some cars that had old tires. Yeah,
it was a great call for those other teams on this restart. I knew that I needed to get by Matt as fast as possible. He's the first guy with 4 tires. I really felt like I could get by the 8. Some of the other cars that did not pit. 4 tires are very important this track. And once I got in this position here, I just kept a close eye on where the 17 was. Laid down good laps, being smart on the racetrack and trying to hit my marks. And fortunately, there wasn't a caution. There was this caution. Wow, that's an impact.
That was Casey Kane. The last lap, he's fighting for position there, but it's like 8, 9, and 10, and he ends up crashing and dropping out of the top 10 in points.
Man, I'm glad he's all right. That's a pretty heavy impact. But we already took the white flag, so we didn't have a green-white checkered, fortunately.
And here you are taking the checkered. A well-earned victory for you and your crew. Having finished this race the last couple of years, Matt Kenseth, who is second place in the points, also second today. You can see finishing down there in 15th was Jeff Burton, who led for 87 laps but couldn't handle the long runs in between cautions today.
Well, Burton's guy had a strong car throughout the day, and he was really checked out for a long time. And you look at the sheets, about lap 100s where it started going away, and we saw you coming on real strong. It was just a bad day for Burton, but boy, you really came out at the end.
Yeah, we had a great race car. I started off loose, and I think the track continued to get more slick as the race went on. And on the short run, I was nervous. I thought the 17 could get by me. The 99 at one time was really putting up a hard fight. But once I got 5 or 6 laps in, as you know, Rusty, this track tightens a race car up for whatever reason, and that loose combination had my car just right. And when I hit my marks, man, they'd get just smaller and smaller in the rearview mirror.
You said you had problems here in the past. You were just holding your breath the last couple of laps. Now, if you hadn't figured this out, folks, Jimmy's got a pretty good 2006 going. First of all, you joined a very select group. 5 guys have won Daytona in this race. Only Dale Jarrett and yourself now have done it in the same year.
Unbelievable. I can't believe the stats I've been able to rack up in my career. This has been a dream come true.
We've done specials all week long about kissing the bricks with a lot of different drivers. Now, I know you've done a lot of burnouts and a lot of different types of celebration.
Yeah.
But what was it like to go down there and kiss the bricks? Give me the feeling.
Before the race, everyone was asking what would that moment be like, and I never thought I would win here. I've had such a bad run here. To go down there and kiss him, I think you could see me there. I got a bunch of dirt and rubber. We're right on the burnout mark, so there's all kinds of tire rubber. So my wife comes up and her lip gloss was just covered with black spots from the rubber on the burnout. So it was a lot of fun. It was a great experience.
I got a fresh coat of lip gloss. And you dropped the flag on the backwards victory lap. That's the only thing you did wrong all day.
I know. I dropped the flag, and I'm like, man, those things are too tough to get. It stopped, backed up, went back and got it, and kept going.
Oh, well done, Jimmy. Congratulations. He's the big winner today. Now, for more in the big picture, here's Mike Massaro in the State Farm Road coverage.
On Sunday morning, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s crew chief Tony Eury Jr. said their goal was merely to finish among the top 15, but for most of the afternoon, that looked very unlikely. That is until, with 17 laps to go, with most of the leaders coming down pit road to change tires, Eury gambled, keeping Jr. on the racetrack. That enabled him to finish 6th and really put some pressure on the other drivers battling for that final position in the chase.
Well, Junior lucked out big time, to that strategy worked out for him. I mean, he was horrible all day, and that's going to hurt us. And the fact that we just weren't up there where we need to be because the problems we had definitely put us behind.
Jeff Gordon said that gamble you took when not taking tires is what killed him today because it really put him behind in the standings. What do you think?
I guess. I mean, I just trying to get what I can get, man. He should have took the same gamble because his car was better than mine.
With the way Junior was running and, of course, how difficult it is to pass here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, really nobody can blame Tony Eury Jr. for taking that gamble. What do you think, Rusty?
Well, I think it was a great decision on his part to make that gamble, guys. I mean, he's out there running in the back of the pack or mid-pack most of the race. He had to get something done. Well, something done meant 2 tires or no tires. He decided to take no tires, stay in the track, not lose that track position. I applauded for him. I think under those circumstances, it was a right decision.
And it proved to be the right decision in his moving up into the top 10 of the points stands. He was so worn out, Junior was, after this race because of the stress of trying to make those final 15 laps on those old tires. Other big stars involved today, you've got Tony Stewart, who had an adventurous day. His crew had a malfunction. He was able to move back up and pass a whole bunch of cars and ended up moving up 1 spot in the chase as well. And Casey Kane is the big loser. More from those guys.
I think we passed 60-plus cars, so definitely a long day, but really proud of the Some Depot team. They did an awesome job, and really proud of my crew chief. I mean, if he doesn't think that I'm 100% safe, he made me come back in to make sure our lug nuts were tight. So just had a mechanical failure with an air gun that cost us a long day, but really proud of how we rallied back. We had an awesome day.
Had to block Edwards, come back to Stewart. Trying to pass Stewart, I got loose. Stewart got right down on me, and I got loose, and then I just tried staying off of Tony, I guess. And run into the wall.
Mangled car for Casey Kane, searching for answers. He finishes 36th and drops from 7th to 11th. Gordon's up 1 spot, so is Stewart. And Earnhardt Jr. delighting his fans. He didn't have much of a race car all day, but he's in the top 10 now with 5 to go before the cutoff.
Well, he made it to the top 10 with 5 to go, just like you said. But, Chris, let me tell you, next week it's a whole different race. We're to a road course now. The big one's over. The big one's completely finished. The Brickyard, the Daytona, those are the ones I look at as far as big races. Now it's back to business as usual. Get to Watkins Glen. Tony Stewart's going to be good there. Jeff Gordon's going to be good there. A host of others. What about Dale Jr., though? His spot, although he's in the top 10 this week, pretty precarious. He does not have a great history. Of course, it's like Watkins Glen. Well, I'm real proud of his 6th place finish. If you remember yesterday, he told us he's getting ready to hang himself. Yeah. So he went from hanging himself to finishing 6th. That was pretty good. Now, he's not a bad road racer, but these other guys are better, and that's what's next week. We'll see if we just get stay of execution for the number 8 car. In the meantime, the man of the hour, the number 48 car, Jimmy Johnson, in command of the next Cup race right now.
Road coverage, driven by State Farm. Great service at great rates. You can get it all from State Farm.
Big Sunday of baseball inside Sports Center as the dog days of summer pave the way to fall. Big Papi sets a new record, but see why Red Sox fans were not in a celebrating mood after 10 innings in Tampa. Plus, time to start thinking about how you're going to spend your Sundays. Eagles, Raiders, in the Hall of Fame game, the NFL season kicks off in Canton, and some of football's biggest stars chose it over the NFL. 20 years since its demise, how the USFL forever changed the National Football League.
Muscle? Can't take another break? Garnier Fructis, the first fortifying system with the power of active fruit concentrate from Garnier, makes hair 5 times stronger, so it never takes a break. Garnier Fructis.
Garnier. Still no air.
We're burning up in here, man. What are you doing? No touch light. Agree? No touch. No touch! No touch light.
When the situation calls for cold refreshment, call for Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Taste the cold.
Ah, no touch.
Hi, you must be Julie.
Hi.
Hi, John.
Principal Miller from Valley High.
Oh.
Get a good deal with Friday's new $10 menu. 7 new entrees, now just $10.
Sports Center, brought to you by Garnier Fruit Teas, for hair that shines with all its strength.
Trailing New York by a game, Boston can't afford to be losing series with the Devil Rays. Top 5 tied at 2s. I love it when you call me Big Poppy. He hits number 40, gives the Sox a 3-2 lead. J.P. Howe falls to the ground watching it go out. Ortiz, third straight 40 home run season. He sits down for the Sunday combo later in the show. Boston carried that lead into the 8th. Mike Timlin deals to Travis Lee, who smokes that out. It's Lee's 9th, and now it's 6-5. Terry Francona goes to the pen and brings in Jonathan Papelbon with 1 out in the 8th. He's only been scored on in 3 of 48 appearances. It's now 4 of 49. Deano Navarro, a blast, and he has tied the game at 6s. Papelbon's 4th blown save of the season. 3 of them have come when he's been called on in the 8th inning. On to extras, top 10. Coco Crisp on second with 2 outs. Brian Meadows, are you going to pitch to Big Poppy in this spot? I don't think so. Tampa goes to the pen. They call for Sean Camp to deal to Manny Ramirez, who did extend his hitting streak to a career-best 22, but it was not in this at-bat. That's a pop-up, and Manny sort of lollygagged out of the box. We're tied at 6s. Bottom 10, Julian Tavares facing Greg Norton. A 2-0 pitch. Fly ball to left. And Greg Norton is in the role of Johnny Drama. Victory! Greg Norton hits an opposite field. The home run ends the game. Boston have done plenty of this year to other teams. They had to watch. They're on the wrong end of this one. 4 straight home series wins for Tampa Bay over Boston.
All right, see your Red Sox, D-Rays, raise your Yankees, Orioles. New York looking to take advantage of Boston's loss. Yankees with just 1 hit Saturday. Match that in the top first. Derek Jeter wearing a fragrance blend of chilled grapefruit, clean oak moss, and spice. His 9th, Yanks up 1-0. In the 3rd, Johnny Damon drinks alone. His 15th, Rodrigo Lopez pouring the shots early and often. Yanks up 2-0. In the 4th, Melky Cabrera. Jack, his 5th, and the Yankees are now up 3-0. The next inning, it's Jason Giambi, and you know what he's wearing? He's wearing Brute. I am William Wallace. His 32nd matches total from last season. I guess it wasn't my day, said Lopez. Oh, you think so, Doctor? Well, 6-1, Yankees win.
Well done. World champion White Sox going for the sweep in Toronto. They lead the wild card, by the way. Bottom 4, Blue Jays down 3-0. Runner on second for Vernon Wells. Part of a 2-for-4 day. He crushes this one. Stays in the building, but Frank Catalanato scores. Jays are down 3-1. They would get 4 in the frame, but that RBI by Wells was the first RBI in the series for a Blue Jay other than Troy Gloss. 4-3, Jays ahead. Aaron Hill on first. Catalanato with a base hit. He was 2-for-4 as well. Aaron Hill's on his giddy-up. Tadahito Iguchi, the relay, not in time. The Jays win at 7-3. Contreras has his 4th loss in 5 starts.
Twins in the hunt. Royals bagged long ago. This one in KC. SI cover boy Joe Mauer given the day off. Mike Redmond is back up in the 6th. Bases loaded, and the Twins down 1. And you know what this is? This is hardly the usual. 3, 2, 4, 2. Double play. Royals can field the ball. Pitching, however, a problem. Sunday, 4 Kansas City hurlers give up a combined 22 hits. And remember, this is without Mauer, the hit king. In the lineup, the 8 and 9 batters, the Jasons, Tyner and Bartlett, combined to go 9 for 10. Twins began the game behind only Toronto with its .286 team batting average. Hit 500 in this game, 22 of 44. 6 extra base hits. This one, 6 Twins players had 3 hits or more. They sweep the Royals in a 4-game series in Kansas City for the first time ever. The Twins outscored the Royals 4.
What was that?
Jim, it's your lunch.
You've had a hamburger 3 times this week. You're in a lunch rut. You need help. KFC's Fiery Buffalo Boneless Wings. They're hot. They're different.
You're welcome.
Bust the blandness with Fiery Buffalo Boneless Wings at KFC. Get 100% breast meat boneless wings dipped in our Fiery Buffalo sauce. Try 6 for $2.99 or 18 for $8.79. Also available in honey barbecue flavor. No bones, all flavor at KFC.
The players, the excitement, the bravado is back.
the 2006 World Series of Poker. Tuesdays at 8 on ESPN.
I feel very comfortable shopping at Maple Leaf because they treat me as an individual. They always treat me right and give me a fair price and are honest with me. Maple Leaf, Geneseo.
Welcome to the future of swimming. Introducing the River Pool by Century Pool. For the first time ever, you can swim uninterrupted laps anytime, all from the convenience of your own home. The River Pool is only 11 feet by 18 feet and constructed with Century Pool's revolutionary fabrication techniques. Call Century Pool now at 797-9721 or visit our showroom behind Toys R Us in Moline. To stay in shape, for therapy, or family fun, the River Pool by Century, a bold step in a new direction.
We like Maple Leaf shuttle service because we're both busy people and we work in the Quad Cities. So it's nice to have a free loaner and that free service to help with the convenience of our busy lives.
Maple Leaf, Geneseo.
2 weeks ago, we would have come to bury the Dodgers. We are here now to praise them. LA enters Sunday swing with an 8-game winning streak, which directly followed an 8-game losing streak. During the streak, the winning one, the Dodgers have gained 5 games in the NL West. They were 7 back and in last place when the winning streak started. The bullpen, the one that used to be anchored by Eric Gagne, has allowed just 4 earned runs over the last 8 games. Who are these guys? Well, they're locked up in a tight one against the Devil Rays. Scott Olsen came into this game 3-0 in his last 6 starts. We go to the 7th, and Olsen is staked to a 3-1 lead, but he walks Jason Repko to load the bases, and that's it. 8 hits, 6 Ks, and 6 1/3, 109 pitches. Joe Girardi, Logan Kensing, get in. Kensing in, and Kensing out. Comes up lame after the 2-2 pitch to Julio Logo, elbow soreness, MRI scheduled. Taylor Tankersley, get ready. Apparently not ready quick enough. 2 pitches, 2 balls. Didn't like that call from Larry Vanover. Walks. The walk to Lugo. Ramon Martinez scored the Dodgers down 3-2. Walks. Olmedo signs the next batter. This game is tied. 2 batters later, this is what will lead to an hour-long team meeting after the game. Wilson Benavides singles in 2. Olsen is stunned. The Dodgers 6-run 7th. 9th straight win. 7-3 your final.
Pods need to win to stay 2 ahead of the Dodgers. Jake Peavy 1-6 his last 10 starts, and so far off to a bad start. First batter of the game, Alfonso Soriano, for the 31st time in his career, has led off the game with a homer. It's his 35th of the year, and that 1-0 lead stood up because Livan Hernandez is 8-1 against the Pods in his career. Got 2 outs in the 7th and gave up a single to Dave Roberts. He stole second. Brian Giles did that. His 8th home run of the year. The Pods lead 2-1. Top 8, same score. Runners on the corner. Brian Schneider steals second. Josh Barge throws, sneaks out into center, and Marlon Anderson scores on Jeff Blum's error. Ties the game at 2s. Bottom 10, Giles facing Micah Bowie. He rips it to center, and it's Giles and Roberts again. This time Roberts hustling. He was 3 for 4 in the day. He scores the winning run, and the Padres have done it in 10, 3-2.
Arizona and Houston both still players. Diamondbacks more so. This one in the desert. Andy Pettit on the hill, but trying to make some noise with the stick in the 6th. Game tied. Stephen Drew, diving play, throws from his knees, and Pettit's got a fast arm, not fast feet. Doesn't get the RBI. Bottom 7, 3-2 Diamondbacks. Pettit to Eric Burns. Burn, baby, burn! 440-foot second deck, and left center is 18th. Pettit, 7 1/3, 8 hits, 6 Ks, 4 runs. Top 9. 1-run game, 2 on, 2 out. Bartender, Captain Morgan. Oh, Jorge Julio says the bar's closed. Diamondbacks win 4-3, and they prevent the sweep.
Colorado's still in it. They could get to 500 if they could finish the sweep of Los Gigantes. Bottom 6 tied at 2s. Barry Bonds at bat with a runner on first. He hits it high. He hits it far. But it's not out of here. Well, it is, but it's on a bounce. That's a ground rule double. No homer for Bonds. 1 for 4. Did score 2 runs. The Giants got 3 in the bottom of the 6th. They go ahead 5-2. Top 7, Matt Cain, the 21-year-old dealing. Jorge Piedra, Corey Sullivan, and Jason Smith all Feel my heat. Kane strikes out the side, a new career-high 12 Ks in 7, and the Giants win it by a score of 6-2. So the Padres keep their 2-game cushion over the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks in the West. The Rockies dropped to 3.5 games behind, while the Giants still in it to some degree. It's really a hot week or two away from getting back into it for real. They're 5 back. Pods take on the Mets in New York beginning Tuesday.
In Art Shell's 14 years as a Raider player, Oakland had 1 losing season, won 2 Super Bowls. Since its last Super Bowl 3 seasons ago, Oakland has won 13 games combined. Shell, back in the coaching saddle, hopes to ride Aaron Brooks to respectability. And while no one's going to confuse Brooks with Kenny Stabler or Jim Plunkett, Shell hopes no one confuses Brooks with Todd Marinovich or Billy Joe Hobart. Here's Colleen Dominguez.
Coming off a disappointing 4-12 season, the Raiders have a new head coach, a new offensive system, and a new starting quarterback. While strong-arm second-year QB Andrew Walter is creeping up the depth chart, Aaron Brooks enters training camp as the #1 quarterback.
I'm looking for Aaron to step up. And by that, I mean somebody that's going to take charge of a huddle, somebody that's going to grasp the system that we have, somebody that's going to put the ball down the field to the receivers that we have.
No, I'm just trying to soak all this information in. And when that whistle blows and, that clock starts, it's time to rock and roll.
Brooks' reputation as one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the league adds another element to the Raiders' offense that was lacking under the direction of Kerry Collins in the past 2 seasons. And while no one is comparing him to Rich Gannon, his teammates embrace the notion.
Kerry, he wasn't a very mobile quarterback, so teams, they try to take advantage of that. But with Aaron, you know that he can run the ball.
To have a guy back there who can go out and use his feet to make plays, that's just another dimension of our offense.
He has a strong arm. He can throw the ball down the field. He has the ability to escape the pass rush and move around in the pocket.
After suffering through one of the worst statistical seasons of his 7-year career and dealing with the impact of Hurricane Katrina, Brooks understands he once again will be in the spotlight as he attempts to resuscitate a franchise that hasn't had a winning season since Super Bowl 37.
I'm more than aware that all eyes will be on me, so that doesn't bother me at all.
We don't ask him to be the difference maker, but if he can be that guy, then great.
In Napa, California, Colleen Dominguez, ESPN.
Well, in comes Brooks to replace starter the previous 2 seasons, the aforementioned Kerry Collins. All the talk about Brooks, better scrambling ability, but over the previous 2 seasons, he was sacked more times than Kerry Collins was. Now on ESPN.com, John Clayton explains how Art Shell has taken the team back to its roots with an old-school approach. That's now on ESPN.com.
According to ESPN.com's Len Pasquarelli, there are no guarantees yet that Carson Palmer will be in the lineup for the Bengals' regular season opener. LeVar Arrington missed Sunday's morning practice. The 3-time Pro Bowler said it was due to overall soreness and fatigue. Also with the men in blue, Jeremy Shockey participated in team drills for the first time since sustaining a concussion last Monday. Time now for the ultimate highlight.
The ultimate highlight. Brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Gatorade, is it in you? ultimate highlight. Brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Gatorade, is it in you?
The national title chase gets started in less than a month. Find out why the Irish better have plenty of fight in them from the jump. Plus, the National League wildcard race in full swing. See what Griffey, Pujols, and Ryan Howard did with the stick Sunday. And a week to remember in sports, the best plays narrowed down from like 11 billion to the 10 best. Straight ahead.
If Satan drove a race car, even he'd complain about the scorching heat on the racing oval. Where in-car temperatures reach 130 degrees, improper hydration can have disastrous effects.
At Charlotte 99, I got so dehydrated, I started seeing double. I hit the wall at nearly 200 miles an hour. 200 miles an hour, and I forgot what happened after that.
You could just see the heat taking its toll. And I tell you, he was sweating buckets.
In those heat chambers, drivers can lose up to 10 pounds in a race.
The challenge? Get that into this and keep drivers hydrated.
In 2002, we worked with Matt and his crew to develop the Gatorade in-car drinking system, or GIDS, a device that hydrates drivers with hands-free Gatorade that stays cold for up to 6 hours.
Matt never gave back the GIDS. The next year, he won the Cup.
I always did like science class.
From Charlotte to Chicago and beyond, the games never end, and the legend continues.
Hey, hon, what do you think of these?
Cool. Yes! Glenn Portis just scored. I'm going to the playoffs.
No,
Yes.
I'm not doing that.
You agreed. We had a deal.
I hate you for this.
Dominate your fantasy football league from draft to championship. Try mobile ESPN today, and you can enter for a chance to win me, Mort, at your draft to help pick your team.
Look at this! You were in the zone! Will Donnie like me better in the red or the black? Because he just asked me out.
And you said yes?
Looks like somebody missed snack time.
Get back to your senses with a new way to snack. McDonald's Snack Wrap. Tender all-white premium chicken breast meat with lettuce, cheddar jack cheese, and ranch sauce in a soft flour tortilla. Try it for just $1.29.
What was I thinking? That you get to wear new shoes.
Can I buy you a drink?
Sure. Heineken?
So...
Thanks.
Nice. Thanks.
You need one?
Yeah, sure. Man, I love your sister. Yeah. What?
In an active life, athlete's foot can break your rhythm. Lamisil AT treats it 4 times faster than other leading products, so you get results on the bottom that work their way to the top. Lamisil AT. Go on with the rhythm of life.
V for Vendetta. From the creators of the Matrix trilogy, V for Vendetta. Buy it now on DVD.
Reds leading the NL wild card with just 2.5 out of the division lead. Cincinnati hosting Atlanta. Ken Griffey Jr. 1 for 9 career against John Smoltz. Let's make him 2 for 10. And now he's 4 behind Reggie Jackson for 10th on the all-time home run list. 559 of his career, 23rd of the season. Reds down 2-1. They scored 3 in the third to lead 4-2. That's where we are. Marcus Giles, Kyle Loesch, singles to right. Willie Ibar to third. So we got corners, no outs. Loesch struck out season high 7, but he's done. Replaced by Jason Sandridge. But, you know, during the pitching change, the Reds may have seen this on tape, or they were just that alert. Brandon Phillips appeals at second, and Tim Cheetah says, Ibar, you're out. I know a cat named Way Out Willie, and this Willie, well, he's way out. He didn't touch second base.
Run the bases. He was trying to
So good move. Not by you. Bottom 6, Kristen Orphea against Smoltz. Bunt. Smoltz, oh, you got to get up early in the day. That fool me, son. He's out. Smoltz, 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 7 Ks. And the web gem right there, the backhand from Smoltz. Top 8 Braves. Up 5-4 after a Jeff Francoeur 2-run triple. Matt Diaz, one of the Diaz brothers, off Gary Majeski. 6-4. Braves win it.
Cards actually in a race in August this year. Normally been put to bed the last couple of years. They could stretch the lead back to 3.5 with a win. And Juan Encarnacion here off Chris Capuano, who's in the top 10 in strikeouts in the National League. But Encarnacion wins this battle. Cards go up 4-0. Jeff Suppan given the lead, and he matched Capuano K for K. Both had 7 here. Jeff Jenkins can't get the breaking ball. Next batter's David Bell, and Suppan moves his career record against Milwaukee to 12-2. Bottom 8, Scott Rowland takes his turn, pounding on Derek Turnbow. What has happened to this guy? His ERA is now over 6. That's Rowland's 15th. The Cards up 6-1. They'd add another and win it by a score of 7-1. They take the last 2 in this series with the Brewers, so their lead over the Reds now up to 3.5 in the NL Central. Two teams begin a 4-game set in Cincinnati on Monday. The featured pitching matchup of the week probably Wednesday, when you've got Chris Carpenter and Aaron Harang, who's having a career season.
To New York, where the Phillies may be chasing the Mets in theory, but in reality, they're strictly in the wild card chase. David Wright, 6-year contract extension, $55 million. So you know how he celebrated it? He ordered a double. Down the left field line off Scott Matheson, Paul LaDuca scores. Paul LaDuca's just killing the ball lately. He's batting .430 since July 1st. Matheson throwing error cost him another run. Then Millage singled. Then Jose Reyes, who signed a contract extension on Thursday, he celebrates with a grand slam.
That would be Jack.
Yeah, he buys a round for everybody. One man's pleasure, another man's pain right there. 8th granny of the season for the Mets. Tying a franchise record. They get 7 runs in the 4th. That's plenty for John Maine. He's up 8-0. He gets Pat Burrell there. He gave up just 3 hits in 6 innings. Aaron Rowan there. 23 straight scoreless innings for Maine, and the Mets win 8-1 is your final. Well, the Reds holding on to the wild card lead. D-backs and Dodgers 1 game back a week ago. The Dodgers were 5 games back. 7 teams within 4 games of the lead.
It took all of 1 year in South Bend for Charlie Weiss to get everyone's attention. Notre Dame was 9-2, back in the BCS and all over the airways and the headlines. But a closer look at the 2005 campaign reveals that the Irish only played 4 bowl teams. 2 of them were BYU and Navy. And Ohio State ran up more than 600 yards of offense against ND in the Fiesta Bowl. There are still some question marks on defense, but the fertile offensive mind of Weiss has toys galore at his disposal, and many believe the Irish can truly wake up the echoes in 06.
There's been a lot of, hype around this season, and we're just trying to, turn this hype into reality, or turn it into a fact at one point. And instead of having all these people just, tell us, what we're going to be ranked or how we're going to do. I mean, we just want to get it done now.
I really don't care what they think. I really don't care. I really don't care what they think. I mean, we're just trying to beat Georgia Tech. Really, that's all we're trying to do. And, guys who've been around me all the time know that that's what, that's the way I think. And I honestly can tell you, I'm not worrying about ratings. I'm not worrying about anything else other than getting the team ready to beat Georgia Tech.
Well, Coach Weiss is probably wise there. The Irish need to be on top of their game early. They play 3 consecutive bowl teams from last season. Georgia Tech, which can be seen on ABC, that's down in Atlanta. Penn State and Michigan. Then comes a tough road game at Michigan State, and they've been beaten up on Notre Dame lately.
The NFL, in our opinion, is guilty of violating the Antitrust Acts. We feel they are very guilty.
Way before he became a TV star and had much better hair, Donald Trump was a star owner in the USFL. On the 20th anniversary of its demise, why some believe the Donald is why the league was fired. Jimmy Johnson kisses the bricks on Sunday with 5 races left to go before the chase. Who will end up on the outside looking in? Junior, Tony Stewart, how about Jeff Gordon?
Here at the Chic Shave Lab, we have been testing the new Chic Quattro Titanium in simulated social environments to see if it really is off the easy.
3, 2, 1.
Off the easy, indeed.
New Chic Quattro Titanium stays sharp to give you a close, smooth shave with less irritation than the leading brand. It's the only razor with 4 advanced blades made with titanium.
New Chic Quattro Titanium, the power of 4 meets titanium.
Never play past 7.
You never run past 82nd.
bad news. It's open season on chumps, and I just got my permit.
ESPN understands your fantasy side. We give you everything you need to heartlessly dominate your league. So play for free today.
Drop everything. Toyota's nationwide clearance event is on now. It's a great time to buy the Toyota you're looking for, like the roomy Tundra Double Cab. We're clearing out our 06s, like the 5-star rated Highlander, the sporty fuel-efficient Corolla, and the unstoppable Tundra. While you're there, check out the hot new 07s, like the all-new redesigned Camry. The clock's ticking. Catch the Toyota Time nationwide clearance event today. Toyota, moving forward.
Home is freedom. Freedom to be yourself. To call the shots. To stake your claim. Freedom. It's here. 4 specialty stores all in one location, where you're liberated from pushy salespeople, where there's always the lowest price pledge. Home is freedom, my friend. Furniture Row, home to a different kind of shopping experience.
The sweet smell of success. Burning rubber for Jimmy Johnson, his 22nd Cup win since 2002. 5 more than Jeff Gordon. He's got 4 on the year, but hadn't been in the victory lane since May this year, Rusty. So although he was a dominant leader in the points, it's good to kind of reestablish the fact they can win races, because it haven't happened for a couple months.
Well, with 4 wins this year, pretty strong ones too. We were talking about Daytona, the Brickyard, a couple others. I mean, this guy's on fire right now. He might have been a little slow getting going the second half, but he's got it going now.
And he was very cautious talking about the chase. He doesn't want to jinx anything. He's had big leads before and then it slipped away. He knows it's a whole new deal when they re-rack the points for the final 10 races. Now, there was pretty cautious, prudent racing. No histrionics between Tony Stewart and Carl Edwards after the incident a couple of weeks ago at Pocono, the last race, when Stewart got involved, wrecked into Clint Boyer here, the Jack Daniels car. He'll come down and hit Edwards, who's just an innocent bystander in this, but Carl justifiably pumped up. He'll touch Tony's car right here. Well, Stewart thinks he's apologized, but you can tell from the comments before this race today, Carl's not so sure.
Carl, I think, is starting to show everybody he's the Eddie Haskell of NASCAR, too. When things aren't going his way, he decides he can do things, too.
Tony's just a moron. That's the bottom line. We have a meeting, and he still will never admit that he does anything wrong, and that's just too bad. If name calling, all that stuff, that's too bad. He's a great driver, but he's got a lot to learn.
Eddie Haskell versus the moron. There were no incidents today. You can see Stewart in the number 20 car passing Edwards, who then got him back, but they were clean passes.
Well, it was a clean pass, no problem right there. And if they would have bumped each other, NASCAR would have probably brought him in, because they know there's friction right there between those two. I wish they quit hollering at each other, just get over this thing and move on, but they're both pretty hard-headed guys.
Well, right now, Stewart would be in the chase, of course, the defending Cup champion. Edwards is on the outside. He's 14th. He's 232 behind Earnhardt Jr., who's in 10th. Nobody's ever been able to overcome that big a gap with 5 races.
No, they haven't, and because of that wreck at Pocono, Edwards feels like that cost him the chance at the top 10, so he's really concerned about that one.
He's definitely a long shot. Anybody kind of beyond that 12th spot is a long shot. And Casey Kane is the big loser today. I know he's racing hard. He's a young guy in the last lap, but he's dropped from 7th down to 11th. So looking ahead now, starting with Watkins Glen, the road course next week, the final 5 races before the cutoff.
Watkins Glen is totally different. That's the problem. It's a different type of racetrack, and the track is a road course. And there's 4 or 5 guys who are really good. You're talking about Jeff Gordon. You're talking about Tony Stewart, guys like that. Now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. has not had the success at that racetrack these other guys have had. So again, a little concerned about him. We talked about him yesterday. He said he was so upset with his car he's going to hang himself. Well, he might really hang himself next week, but I'm pulling for him because I think he deserves to be in the top 10. I think he can make it.
We don't need the suicide watch for Junior, but when he looks ahead at the 5 races before the cutoff, he hasn't had a lot of success in any of them except for Richmond. Gordon's obviously been racing NASCAR longer than the other 2 guys, and he's piled up more wins. So based on that, you're saying Junior's going to have to work very, very hard to hold on to that 10th position.
Yeah, but I'm saying he can do it. He can hold on to the top 10 for sure. Now, we talked going into Watkins Glen, he hasn't had the success these other guys have, but his road race program has picked up a little bit. It really has.
Kane down there in 11th after the wipeout today, 37 points behind Earnhardt in the race, and Greg Biffle is a pretty distant 12th. The man on top of the point standings, and of course today is Jimmy Johnson kissing the trophy. There are a lot of kissing going going on here at Indy today.
Back to baseball, the best team in the game, gunning for the sweep of Cleveland. Justin Verlander, tired arm out. Wilfredo Ledesma pitching well here, getting some help from Ivan Rodriguez. Scoops the Grady Sizemore liner. Tags first, tosses to Carlos Guillen, 3-6 double play. Ledesma pitched well. Craig Monroe knocked in a run in the 5th off C.C. Sabathia, the only run the Tigers would get. Jason Grilli here walks Jason Michaels with 2 on. Jim Leyland comes out to get him because Travis Hafner's coming up, and with the bases loaded, Hafner is trouble. Lefty Jamie Walker on to face him. Hafner, 7 for 10, 5 grand slams, 25 RBIs. All 5 grand slams came before the break. He's the first guy ever to do that. Eric Wedge said we had the 2 guys up that we wanted. The first guy, of course, is Hafner. First pitch, strike. Then went to ball. Then Hafner gets a hunk of that one on the 1-2 pitch. That is nasty. No grand slam here. The next batter that the skipper Wedge is talking about, Victor Martinez, grounder to short. They get the force. The Tigers go on to get the 1-0 victory. The 1 run they got off Sabathia stands up, and we've talked about it all year, but it's worth repeating just what a remarkable year Detroit's having. That shutout, they're 13th. It's the most in the majors all season long. They beat the Indians by 1 run 3 straight times for the sweep. That is their 11th series sweep of the season, and with the win, the Tigers move to an almost incomprehensible 75-36, 39 games above 500. Remember, this team in 2003 lost 119 baseball games.
First Red Sox player to hit 40 home runs in 3 straight years. David Ortiz taking a break from walk-offs. He's going to talk on the record with SportsCenter. Find out what he thinks of this Boston team versus the World Series champion team. And it ended 20 years ago, but it had a huge impact on the NFL. How the USFL forced the NFL to make some big changes.
The formula for the ultimate guys' night out should include...
Boys, we are going to spank you.
Just let your shorts and kiss each other, yeah?
Come on.
Come on! Get on! It's the greatest beer in all the world! Beer Fest!
Beer Fest. Rated R. Starts August 25th.
Quiero ver frescos y Cracker Jacks. No me importa si nunca regreso. Es la rara mi equipo. Si pierden, qué lástima. Pues es 1, 2, 3 y afuera en el juego de béisbol.
The Little League World Series. Telecast presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Coverage begins Friday at 7 Eastern on ESPN.
Still no air.
We're burning up in here, man. What are you doing? No touch light. Agree? No touch. No touch! No touch light.
When the situation calls for cold refreshment, call for Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Taste the cold.
Ah, no touch.
Right down!
Let me guess, more Albert Pujols stuff?
He's the best.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
What am I, chopped liver? I hit 714 home runs.
Come on, the Wizard of Oz stole 580 bases.
In my day, we didn't have bases. We had rocks.
What?
Hey, I played in 2,632 straight games.
Well, I ate 2,632 hot dogs. Can I get an amen from the bobbleheads?
DHL and MLB give you the chance to vote for your team's greatest. It's Hometown Heroes. Go to MLB.com now.
Oh, here she comes. I got it. Hi, I'm Chris.
I'm Christine. How funny!
Get a good deal with Friday's new $10 menu. 7 new entrees, now just $10.
It's here. But not forever. The Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. See your Lexus dealer before this opportunity disappears.
December 12th, 1983.
Here's John Stenerud.
for a record-setting attempt from 32 yards.
Packers kicker Jan Stenerud breaks the NFL record for field goals made with 336 and is the difference in overtime.
There you go. Down the middle. This is history. That's money in the bank, that man. What an asset.
Americans have won the British and the Senior British Open. Can the ladies pull off the trifecta? Royal Lytham and St. Anne's, wonderful golf course. Michelle Wee, trouble all week. She said, strangely enough, I learned more here this week than I did all summer. She shot 74 in the final round, finished 6 over par. Shot of the day, Lori Kane, par 3, 1,258 yards, and Lori's got the right club in her hands. Links golf, let it bounce, let it roll. Bucket, she moved to 200, and that is where she finished, but nobody would catch Sherry Steinauer. Second shot, par 4, 16th from 128. She won on this golf course in 1998. It wasn't a major then for the ladies until 2001. She goes 48 straight holes without a bogey. She called it Cloud 9, a dream. She's won it again, her third British Open win. As I said, it's her first major. She'll head to St. Andrews to defend next year.
The USFL folded 20 years ago, a league whose personality mirrored the names of its teams. Renegades and bandits who dared to blitz the NFL and steal some of its future stars. In 3 seasons, the Outlaws went from invaders and showboats to bankrupt, the gold running out. No longer with any alums in the NFL, Doug Flutie was the last. The USFL does live on, the 2-point conversion and instant replay, USFL staples. Here's Jeremy Schaap with the USFL playbook and how the league was throwing for its final loss.
There are helmets and footballs, to be sure, but the enduring symbol of the United States Football League's 3 seasons of existence lies in the desk drawer of former USFL Owners Committee Chairman Steve Earhart. It's a check for $3 plus 76 cents in interest. But that's getting ahead of the story.
I never did cash that check. You know, it means too much to too many people, and there's so much pride in that check.
Every time you ask someone what they think about the USFL, it brings a smile to their face.
In 1982, Carl Peterson was in his 6th season as the director of player personnel for Dick Vermeil and the Philadelphia Eagles.
I got a call from an ownership group in Philadelphia about this new league, pro football in the spring, something called the United States Football League.
Peterson left the Eagles to join the front office of the USFL's Philadelphia Stars. Many of his friends in the NFL were skeptical.
Some of them thought I was crazy, obviously. Some of them thought it was a bad move. Some of them thought it would be a dead end.
This new league planned to begin play in the spring of 1983, leaving the fall to the NFL.
There were not enough positions for all the great players who were coming out of U.S. colleges. And there were cities, there were stadiums that were empty, you know, great cities that wanted to have professional football, but the NFL was restricting their expansion.
I think the quality of play is going to be better than most fans expect. It won't be NFL, but it's going to be much better than people expect.
Go, go, USFL, go!
To compete with the NFL, the USFL went after big names. None bigger than Georgia running back Herschel Walker, the 1982 Heisman Trophy winner.
And he may be gone.
The New Jersey Generals enticed Walker to leave school early, making him the first major college football underclassman to do so. In February 1983, Walker signed a 3-year contract worth $3.9 million. At the time, the largest contract in the history of pro football.
If I went into the NFL, I would have went to one of the worst teams in the NFL. And being a running back, you would have got beat to crap. So when I got into the USFL, I started learning about football. I was catching the ball, I was doing different things, and I was having fun.
Today, the LA Express will entertain the Boston Breakers.
The Boston Breakers, the Oakland Invaders, the Birmingham Stallions. They were among the 12 teams that began play in March 1983. The league had an 18-game schedule, a network television contract, and a freewheeling attitude.
It was more fun than the National Football League ever had. I mean, the guys were loose, the players were loose, the coaches were loose, the television was loose, because of the fact it was almost like an anti-NFL.
Several future NFL stars got their start in the USFL. Reggie White played defensive end for the Memphis Showboats. The Michigan Panthers lined up Anthony Carter at wide receiver. And Steve Young was the quarterback for the LA Express.
And he's going to run with it. Look out.
Jim Kelly also bypassed the NFL to play quarterback for the Houston Gamblers, running their run-and-shoot offense, where in 2 seasons he threw for nearly 10,000 yards and 83 touchdowns.
We threw the ball 40, 50 times a game, and that's something I've always dreamt about doing, and I finally got to do it and have fun doing it.
After its second season, the USFL landed another big name, Boston College quarterback Doug Flutie, author of the most famous Hail Mary ever and the 1984 Heisman Trophy winner. Flutie signed a contract with New Jersey Generals owner Donald Trump, who had bought the team after the league's first season. Flutie's deal was worth a then staggering $7.8 million over 5 years.
The situations and the opportunities that faced me in the NFL didn't look as near as sweet as the opportunities in the USFL.
There's never been a more successful league in its 3rd year of operation, as everybody understands. And Doug gives tremendous credibility to the league.
As an outsider looking in, it's like, what are you doing? You know, the NFL. Go to the NFL. Everything's the NFL. I became, at that time, the highest paid professional football player, and I had instant financial security for my family.
The average NFL player's salary in 1983 was approximately $153,000. With the USFL competing for its players, the NFL average jumped to nearly $226,000 the next year, an increase of almost 50%.
The bottom line was the NFL didn't want it because it's competition. The salaries started to move. You know, it was no longer take it or leave it, and this is what we're offering you. There was an option, and a lot of guys took it.
But that star power came at a price. Big USFL salaries, along with poor TV ratings and dwindling attendance, led to mounting financial losses. So the league, led by Trump, challenged the NFL. First, by filing a $1.69 billion lawsuit for operating as a monopoly.
The NFL, in our opinion, is guilty of violating the antitrust acts. We feel they are very guilty.
He was in such a rush to make this thing happen, either a merger of the 2 leagues or an acquisition of some franchises from the USFL to the NFL, i.e., of course, for him, the New Jersey Generals, that he pushed it too fast.
Trump, who was unavailable to comment for this story, then encouraged the USFL to move its 1986 schedule to the fall, in direct competition with the NFL.
Well, I didn't have a vote, but I thought they were stupid. Stay in the spring, get a nice new contract, let it keep building. Pretty soon, we'd have got strong enough, much stronger. Then you go to the National Football League and say, how about a little joint venture? Not where we were. We had no leverage.
In July of 1985, the Stars won the USFL's 3rd championship game. A year later, the jury in the USFL's lawsuit against the NFL reached a verdict. The NFL was guilty of acting as a monopoly.
I was in court, and they said, guilty, that the NFL is a monopoly, guilty. And I said, unbelievable, we just won.
Except, in reality, the USFL had lost. And that, finally, is where the $3.76 check comes in. The jury could not decide to what extent the NFL's monopoly was responsible for the USFL's financial losses. As a result, the jury awarded the USFL the grand total of $1, which was tripled by law, plus interest. Not enough money to save the USFL, which quickly suspended operations.
I can see the faces roll through when I look at that check. So it's a memory, but I feel it in here. And one of these days I'll donate it to the Football Hall of Fame for its proper enshrinement.
You hate when people look back and say all this, they think of the old World League, they think of the USFL, and it's not the NFL. Tell you what, that's as close to the NFL as there's been.
At her Hall of Fame speech Saturday, Sarah White, Reggie White's widow, mentioned the USFL, saying that time was a fun part of their life and won't be forgotten. Reggie White, Jim Kelly, and Steve Young, USFL stars enshrined at Canton. Let's go to Canton right now. And speaking of Hall of Famers, John Madden, 2006 class. Art Shell, back in black, also a Hall of Famer. Raider Nation.
Those people are so sick.
Always ready. Randy Moss, straight cash. Donovan McNabb, you want to talk about what's his name? No, I want to talk about that first series. I was on the field, and Donovan McNabb looks good. There's the Hank Baskett, the rookie out of New Mexico, and then to Reggie Brown. McNabb 3 for 3, 29 yards. He was done after one drive, and this is how the one drive ended. Brian Westbrook in. He had 6 carries for 32 yards. Eagles look good early. Now, if Aaron Brooks is no longer a Saint, does that make him a sinner? Because he's going to need to atone for that pass. Rod Hood picks it off. And here comes redemption from Brooks. To Courtney Anderson, the tight end. Squeezes it in there, 12 yards. That was Brooks' only completion of the game. Looks like he hit his hand on a helmet there after that. David Akers trying to come back from an injury-plagued season. And when you can put it through from 55, your rehab is going well. Eagles up 10-7. Let's go to the third quarter, still 10-7. Marcus Tuiasosopo looking deep for Kevin McMahon. J.R. Reed puts a big-time hit on it. Silver and black just got black and blue. That hurt to listen to, and this is going to hurt to watch right here. The Raiders win the game 16-10, but with 98 seconds left, this is the play that's got everybody concerned. It's Bruce Perry, the running back for the Eagles, the former Maryland Terp. He's going to be on the ground for 7.5 minutes before being put on a stretcher after that run. Take a look at what happened right there. Now we're reminded just how violent and dangerous this game can be. Donovan McNabb, the look on his face, and teammate there looks nearly in tears. The Eagles trainer during this broadcast, it was reported, said Perry lost feeling in his arms and legs, but he's now feeling the feeling quickly returned, taken to a hospital with a concussion.
There it is.
Feel better, Bruce. Good debate over a bowl of chowder, perhaps the most clutch player in sports history. I think the sports guy started stirring this one up. Is it Ortiz or Bird, a combo with Big Papi? The A's sit atop the American League West, but see if the second-place Halos could cut into the A's lead on Sunday. And will one of these amazing plays be on top as the top play? The 10 best from the week that was are straight ahead.
Whoa. Shh. Put the little tortilla strips in it, make it crunchy.
Well, don't let Dave hear. You know he always has to be the fun guy.
Oh, too late. Guys, keep it down. Honestly. So unprofessional.
Taco Bell's new Nacho Crunch grilled stuffed burrito. Carne asada steak, warm nacho cheese sauce, and crunchy tortilla strips wrapped up and grilled to go. For the burrito that's fun to crunch.
Crunchy.
Wow. Think outside the bun.
It's here, but not forever. The Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. See your Lexus dealer before this opportunity disappears.
The new ultra-thin, Bluetooth-enabled mobile ESPN Samsung Ace. Visit mobileespn.com for a retailer near you.
We always have new and exciting things coming at Goods. Customers tell me, you didn't tell us how big you are. They're always amazed at how we're still making changes, adding on. They always want to know what's the next thing you're going to do because they come back and something's different. We've added a building, we've got a new line of furniture. There's always something different.
Solid wood, solid value. Visit Kincaid Home Furnishings, just one of the many stores at Goods in Kewanee.
Menards is the place we'll always save big money. Lion's acrylic kitchen sinks are on sale, featuring this gourmet choice sink that's stain and chemical resistant. White or almond, only $49. Abington self-adhesive vinyl tile from Armstrong is easy to install and comes with a 5-year wear warranty. Choose from 6 styles, only 79 cents for a 12x12 tile. Service, quality, selection. Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The Saturn Vue, with an estimated 29 miles per gallon highway and the highest crash test ratings. And the Saturn Ion, with a 5-star frontal crash safety rating and an estimated 35 miles per gallon highway. The 2006 Saturn Ion and the 2006 Saturn Vue. Great times, great timing. Now get 10% off the purchase of any new 2006 Saturn vehicle at the Saturn Summer Sales Event.
Welcome back to Sports Center. Over 42,000 on hand for a huge final day in Los Angeles Sunday with many thrills and some spills. X Games 12 is in the books. Linda Cohn. That double backflip by Travis Pastrana was the signature move in X Games 12, but that was just the beginning for the 22-year-old Maryland native. The very next day, he went out and took first in rally car, becoming the first athlete to win golds in 2 different sports in the same X Games. And then on Sunday, 2 more golds up for grabs. Pastrana began his day with a 9th place finish in Supermoto, but looked to finish strong in Moto X Freestyle. He not only finished strong, he stole the show. You thought that double flip was sick? Check out the one-handed Superman. That's not all. Then a ridiculous upside-down lazy boy. Nothing lazy about that. Pastrana says he's got the willingness and stupidity to try anything. There's an example. And he got a big thumbs up from Adam Jones. Travis Pastrana becomes the 3rd athlete to win 3 gold medals in 1 X Games. Skateboard big air. High-flying Bob Burnquist. He's got a passion for skydiving. Can you tell? Going backside 180 over the 50-foot gap, and then frontside hand flip. Almost skates off the ramp. Buck Elastic thinks he's crazy enough to win bronze. Danny Way Golden, the innovator, nailing a rocket backflip over a 70-foot gap. Then his signature Christ Air Way, who jumped the Great Wall of China. The 32-year-old father of 2 pulls off the 3-piece. We leave you with Chad Kagi and Kevin Robinson with their own version of a double flip. I'm Linda Cohn saying goodbye from Los Angeles. We'll see ya in Aspen for Winter X in January.
We stay out west where Oakland's going for the sweep over Seattle. Gil Mesh trying to stop an 11-game skid to the Athletics, and you see Kenji Jojima. He wants the ball up. That's where he gets it. It's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Frank Thomas says War Eagle. 24th of the season, 472nd of his career. He says, I'm healthy again. Yeah, I think so. Nick Swisher entered this game in a 2-for-14 slump, but here with the A's up 6-4, he gets his 2nd hit of the day. It's a home run. The A's are up 7-4. Bottom 8, bases loaded. Mariners down 7-5. Raul Ibanez grounded to first. Nick Swisher throws to Marco Scutaro. Adrian Beltre takes him out. Run scores. You see Beltre goes hard into Scutaro. Ken Maka thinks it's interference, but Ed Rapuano disagrees. 2 outs. Inning goes on. Next batter after a wild pitch made it 2nd and 3rd. Richie Sexton on the 3-2 slider is struck out by Houston Street. The A's get their 12th straight win over Seattle.
Rangers and Angels both trying to keep Oakland in their crosshairs. Bottom 1, 2 on. Garrett Anderson, Adam Eaton. I know you know. That ball is Gonzo. 3-run homer. Anderson's 10th. The Angels up 3. Very next pitch. Eaton behind Juan Rivera, and Rob Drake says, steady big fella to Rivera, and he ejects Adam Eaton after 18 pitches. No warning. Here comes Uncle Buck. Here's what Eaton said. Rivera's obviously been very comfortable up there for the past month, so I wanted to get him off the plate with a 2-seamer, and I threw it out of the side of my hand. There was no intent, is what Eaton said. There was intent there from Vlad Guerrero.
He's insane.
Yeah, caps a 5-run inning with his 23rd. He's batting .438 with 16 homers in 46 games against Texas. 9-1 your final. What's it all mean? Well, here's your AL West standings. A's maintaining a 3-game lead over the Angels. Now, they can put some distance between themselves and the Rangers, or the Rangers can get back in a hurry. These 2 teams begin a 3-game series on Monday.
swing and a shot center field. Sizemore racing back, turning around, it sails. He did it again! He did it again! Ortiz has won it!
Nobody comes up bigger than Poppy with a game on the line, but his clutch in Boston is Larry Legend. We'll chat with David Ortiz to find out what it's like to be compared to Bird and find out about the birth of a nickname and give it all you got. Give it all you got. Keep rising to the top. The Doug E. freshest plays of the week. Straight ahead on SportsCenter.
Don't try to be a hero, man. This will all be over in 5 minutes.
The best new show of the season is on ABC.
52 hours ago.
9 remaining The 9, coming Wednesdays this fall after Lost, only on ABC.
The players, the excitement, the bravado is back. The 2006 World Series of Poker, Tuesdays at 8 on ESPN.
To all the riders, jumpers, and adrenaline junkies who sat through science class thinking, I'll never use this. Aren't you glad you paid attention? The world's best extreme athletes try to pull off the planet's biggest stunts.
That is just sick.
We'll show you how. Only they can tell you why. Stunt Junkies. Go to discovery.com/stuntjunkies for listing times.
What was that?
Jim, it's your lunch.
You've had a hamburger 3 times this week. You're in a lunch rut.
You need help. KFC's Fiery Buffalo Boneless Wings. They're hot. They're different. You're welcome.
Bust the blandness with Fiery Buffalo Boneless Wings at KFC. Get 100% breast meat boneless wings dipped in our Fiery Buffalo sauce. Try 6 for $2.99 or 18 for $8.79. Also available in honey barbecue flavor. No bones, all flavor at KFC.
The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be.
Absolutely, ma'am. I love the sound of your baby.
Get together and see Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, in theaters August 4th.
The more we get together, the happier we'll be.
He's no longer in white pants. He's now wearing...
Here you are, sir. Here you are, sir.
You've seen how they play.
There we go. Oh, Big Bobby!
Now see how they live.
What's up, yo? This is David Ortiz.
With AT&T Home Turf. Visit seehowtheylive.com for exclusive access into your favorite players' worlds.
Swinging a line drive, hammer to right. If it's deep enough, high enough, it's gone. It's into the seats, a home run. David Ortiz, lines number 40. David Ortiz becomes the first Red Sox player ever to have 3 straight 40 home run seasons.
In 2002, David Ortiz had career highs of 20 home runs and 75 RBIs, but Minnesota thought he was a tad injury prone, struggled against lefties, and they didn't want to play arbitration roulette, so instead he signed with Boston, where he was initially behind Jeremy Giambi in the pecking order. Now in 2006, Ortiz has joined Tiger as an athlete who needs only a nickname to be known and who is every bit as lethal when it matters most. John Barr sits down for the Sunday conversation with Big Poppy.
David Ortiz, a walk-off 3-run home run. Big Poppy.
It's gone! Big Poppy strikes again!
Poppy, can you sell my shirt?
Back in my country, you can call Papi to anybody that you don't know his name. Like, if I want to talk to you and I don't know your name, I will say, hey, excuse me, Papi, will you give me this, or will you know, do you know, Papi is like, it would be like your name at the time, because I don't really know your name. So that was my point. Like, people that I was calling around me here, that I need to talk to, they heard me calling them Papi, and that just blow off all over the place, and everybody start calling me Papi, but with the big up front, you know, Big Papi.
And the Boston Red Sox are the world champions.
How is this team different than the World Series team from 2004?
I would say it's still the same, but craziness, it's not the same. We have new guys coming in, they're not the craziest. Pedro, Millar, Johnny.
So are you saying the idiot culture is dead?
It's not here anymore. It's not here. It just, those guys have like a whole totally different personality. So I don't think it's here anymore.
A little over a year ago, when there was this trade talk surrounding Manny, I think you had some comments that might be interpreted as a little critical. How is the relationship between you and Manny today?
Great. Me and Manny, we have a great relation. Me and Manny, we feed each other up. He helped me, I help him. You don't get to see two guys that can keep it tight like we do. It's hard to find. And Manny's a guy that I understand him more than a lot of people.
The greatest clutch hitter in Red Sox history has done it again.
There was a debate online about who was the bigger clutch player in Boston sports history, you or Larry Bird. This is a town that is hard on its sports heroes. So when you hear yourself mentioned with Larry Legend, what's that like?
Nothing, it just make you feel good. They saying it for a reason. It's not like they making things up, you know. Whenever they talk, they put you at that level, you gotta feel good. And I feel like I'm being blessed just for being compared with one of the most talented, most unbelievable athlete that ever went through New England.
The Red Sox have been around for 105 years. David Ortiz is the first player in franchise history with 3 consecutive 40 home run seasons. He's now just 10 shy of tying Jimmy Fox for the single-season franchise record for homers. Fox hit 50 all the way back in 38. Seems strange playing in that small ballpark. Nobody's done more than that. And he leads all of baseball with homers and RBIs, 40 and 109. I don't know, 3 little letters, folks. MVP. Maybe this year.
This is your big debut. It's like a dream come true. We've got your top 10 plays of the week pegged. Those who styled for the camera. Next.
Mom, Dad, this is my boyfriend, Ted.
Whoa, you look just like my ex-wife.
Get a good deal with Friday's new $10 menu. 7 new entrees, now just $10.
Hair lacking muscle? Can't take another break? Garnier Fruit Teas. The first fortifying system with the power of active fruit concentrate from Garnier makes hair 5 times stronger, so it never takes a break. Garnier Fruit Teas.
Garnier.
I was thinking, you know, sometimes you find something so special and you just want to hold on to it. Beautiful on the outside, sure, but even more beautiful on the inside, and you just want to lock it up forever.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Yeah! These can liners really lock in that Rocky Mountain taste. Hey, while you're up, grab me a beer.
Every Coors Light can has a specially designed liner to lock in that frost-brewed Rocky Mountain taste.
Sweetie?
Coors Light. Taste the cold.
You'd better run. And you'd better hide. And you'd better hide good. 'Cause it's open season on chumps. And I just got my permit.
ESPN understands your fantasy side. With the advice of online pros like Angle and Cockcroft, you'll be ready to dominate. So come play where the experts are.
Media
MediaCom Main Street, Channel 72 is one of the Quad City's best resources to buy or sell your home. If you're a realtor, you can run any number of properties on your own section of the home show. You can post homes to Channel 72 simply, right through the internet. If you're a potential buyer, you can find a huge selection of homes to choose from on Channel 72's home show. For more information on properties, you can check us out on MediaComMainStreet.com. Becoming the first real estate resource that people turn to. Get exposure. MediaCom Main Street, Channel 72.
MediaCom Connections Channel 22 presents the ASA Girls 10 and Under Fast Pitch National Championship Games. Watch the ASA 10 and Under Championship game at all of these times. MediaCom Connections Channel 22 is the only place you can see replays of all of these exciting games. The ASA Girls 10 and Under Fast Pitch National Championship Games, brought to you by Clausen State Farm, MediaCom, and these other fine area sponsors.
Brother, you better be on your game. You want to make the top 10 plays of the week. The fixture in these plays throughout the season has been Bill Hall. Here on the Scott Rowland Broken Bat pop-up, Hall goes back. And as you said, I believe when you called it the first time, say, hey, well done.
Yeah. And number nine, Braves Reds. This is Matt Diaz, foul ball. Ryan Friel. Yeah, the Reds would win that game 5-4. That wasn't a fix.
Number 8, Dwayne Wade. Levitation, Holmes. USA opened up a can on Puerto Rico. It was actually a lot of fun to watch this team playing with passion. Didn't mean anything. It sure did to those guys.
All right, here it is. Number 7, Phillies, Mets. Runners on the corners, top 9. And David Wright probably saves the go-ahead run there. The gift of grab is what one New York City headline read.
Number 6, Rangers Twins. Michael Young tries to cue up little Let's Get Small, but apparently Jason Tyner does not like trouble phone. He makes sure that ball does not go. Brings it back onto the playing field. Matt Guerrero can't believe it. What? The Twins, though, got pounded 10-2.
At number 5, MLS All-Stars against Chelsea from the English Premier League. Now, remember, MSL in mid-season form. So is Eddie Robinson, who saves Joe Cannon right there. And they won that game 1-0.
Retro day at Petco Park. Great unis. Look at those Stroh's unis. And Willie Tavares, a sharp grounder to third. Todd Walker makes a spectacular play. Gets the speedy Tavares at first. Walker atoning for a couple of errors previously in the game. Pods 1-1-0.
At number 3, X Games 12, Travis Pastrana. He has other interests. He's a magician.
How many times can you find the Holy Grail in one building? A double back flip from Travis Pastrana.
He also won gold in the Moto X Freestyle. Gary Matthews Jr. wins gold in center field freestyle, robbing Sean Figg. And speaking of a fixture in top plays, but the Rangers lost this 9-1.
Still hungry? Feast on this. Number 1, David Ortiz.
Swing a shot center field. Sizemore racing back, turning around, it sails. He did it again! He did it again! Ortiz has won it! Willingham left field and deep.
First pitch to Punt.
Oh, deep to left, into the right, goodbye! 2-run shot, Tigers win!
There's a fly ball towards left, going back, Manny Ramirez. This one's got a chance. This one is gone! A home run to the opposite field for Greg Norton, and the Rays have defeated the Red Sox.
Plenty to watch for in sports on Monday, but first, the sights and sounds. One of the busier Sundays of the summer. That's what to watch for next on SportsCenter.
One in a bigger cubicle, that was not the way to go about it. Sean, what did I tell you about riding that thing in here?
Oh, that wasn't me.
All that noise, that wasn't you.
No. I heard it too. It's loud.
Get out of here.
All right, Mr. Duran.
Anyway, if you want to change your seat, come to me first.
Every cop in the city.
We just want the kid.
Wants him dead.
If I can find you, they can find you.
Except one.
You don't even know me.
Who will survive?
You're going to ruin the lives of 6 cops.
16 blocks, now on demand.
In an active life, athlete's foot can break your rhythm.
Lamisil AT treats it 4 times faster than other leading products, so you get results on the bottom that work their way to the top. Lamisil AT. Go on with the rhythm of life.
On August 25th.
To the one where Vince runs around everyone. Hey, go! My car!
Discover how an ordinary bartender tried to become the most unlikely rookie in NFL history.
Where'd you play your college ball? I didn't play college ball.
To make this roster, we must throw away all fear.
Polly is not making this team.
You ain't going nowhere!
Go out there and play like you're better than they are.
Mark Wahlberg. Invincible.
Let's go to work.
Rated PG.
Let me guess, more Albert Pujols stuff?
He's the best.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
What am I, chopped liver? I hit 714 home runs.
Come on, the Wizard of Oz stole 580 bases.
In my day, we didn't have bases. We had rocks.
What?
Hey, I played in 2,632 straight games.
Well, I ate 2,632 hot dogs. Can I get an amen from the bobbleheads?
DHL and MLB give you the chance to vote for your team's greatest. It's Hometown Heroes. Go to MLB.com now.
If Satan drove a race car, even he'd complain about the scorching heat on the racing oval.
At Charlotte 99, I got so dehydrated, I hit the wall at nearly 200 miles an hour.
In those heat chambers, drivers can lose up to 10 pounds in a race.
The challenge? Get that into this and keep drivers hydrated.
In 2002, we worked with Matt and his crew to develop the Gatorade in-car drinking system, or GIDS.
Matt never gave back the GIDS. The next year, he won the Cup. From Charlotte to Chicago and beyond, the legend continues.
Good morning, Nick.
Oh, my little baby's always giving praise.
Boost call tones let you choose what people hear when they're calling you. Say it without saying it with Boost call tones.
Sports Center, brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Gatorade, is it in you?
What to watch for Monday, 7 Eastern on ESPN, a rematch of last year's ALCS, when the White Sox, fighting for the wild card, hosts the Angels, who are in the middle of the AL West race, so playoff implications galore there.
Also on Monday, Twins head to Detroit. Francisco Liriano on the mound for Minnesota. He's 11-2 in his 14 starts this season, facing Zach Miner, 6-1 in his last 10 starts.
And at 9:30 Eastern on ESPN2, it's LeBron, Wade, and the rest of Team USA continuing their preparation for the World Championships as they take on China. Lisa Salters takes you all access to the red, white, and blue.
All of a sudden, LeBron takes it out of bounds. You got a little guy like Dwayne Wade on you. You just say, if you call out a guy's name,
Little man.
I'd say Lou. You got me right there. That's exactly what I want. All right?
It's fun. You know, anytime you can get into an atmosphere like this with the best guys in the world playing in the same gym, it's fun, it's competitive, but, you know, we all know what we can do, so we're not trying to show nobody off. We're just trying to get better.
Sometimes I dream. When you gonna get you one of them songs, dog? You know, I got that. Sometimes I dream that he is me. When you gonna get you one of those?
Sometimes I dream that he is me. I just want to be like Chuck.
The legendary 1992 Dream Team raised the bar for U.S. Olympic basketball. But after 3 straight gold medals, a disappointing bronze in 2004 was the impetus for change.
We set out to establish a national team, develop continuity over 2 competitions, World Championships, in our case in 06, the Olympics in 08, and commitments from coaches and players for 3 years.
Duke University's Hall of Fame head coach Mike Krzyzewski has been chosen to lead this team. Stars and role players are all woven into the same fabric, and the result has been immediate chemistry.
Get back. Oh! Get him, LeBron.
Yep.
Mine. The thing I'm most surprised about is how well you talk to one another.
Back up. Get off. Get to the baseline. Okay.
There's a really good spirit that needs to be developed. You got it. Just keep developing it.
Warm it up. What you got, Melo? What you got?
Tell you what, Paul is great.
Keep it going. Let's go. Let's go.
And Carmelo's like, he's been on a mission. There's some great kid. I mean, Dwayne Wade's like crazy. When did that glass action come in so much?
I used to do it in college.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get adjusted in.
I know if it was schoolyard or.
Just coach told me to do something, to work on something different than everybody else is doing.
It's a great thing.
Totem pole is not going to go vertically. It's going to be horizontal. And that's the way it's got to be. You know, everybody with the same goal and the same purpose, and that's how we're going to win.
A person doesn't become whole until he or she becomes a part of something bigger than himself or herself. That's what we want to do with this team and understand that we represent something much bigger.
Coach K's message is embodied in Army Captain Scott Smiley, who lost his eyes and part of his skull in Iraq. His address to the players hit home.
What you guys do on the basketball court, how you guys talk, how you guys interact with Coach K, how you interact with the other players, it's a team. And the more positive that you are, is going to be a better impact on the United States and around the world.
Captain Smiley helped the players see their mission more clearly. Dwayne Wade and Gilbert Arenas returned the favor by serving as his eyes at practice.
Scott scores 5-3, 5-13. You're back. White's on a fast break. Dwayne Wade, nice pass.
Scotty, you hear me? I know y'all got a lot of pride. Because we put these jerseys on, we feel a lot of pride walking around with USA on our chest. So I know y'all got a lot of pride. You guys are role models for a lot of us out here. We respect what y'all do for our country.
We're forming a little bond here called team, you know? We're in it for something bigger than any one individual.
USA, 1, 2, 3, USA!
What to watch for? Brought to you by Boost Mobile, the pay-as-you-go phone with nationwide Boost walkie-talkie. Boost Mobile, where you at?
We revisit some of the top stories of the day. Tiger Woods, well, he's perfect when he's got more than a shot lead heading into the final round, 20 for 20. He made par on the first couple of holes here on the par 3 third. Tiger Woods' ball striking is absolutely as good as we've seen it in quite a while. He'd make birdie and move to 19 under. Then on the par 4 fourth, another birdie. He's 20 under. Then on the fifth, a par 4, another tough putt. He drains that, moved to 21 under. Had another one that looked like he was going to make it on the 6th. He was bummed he didn't make it. But here came Jim Furyk. Don't forget, this guy's the 4th-ranked player on the planet. He moves to 20 under with that birdie. And like Tiger Woods, he too has won on this golf course. Warwick Hills up there in Grand Blanc, Michigan. Fun tour event, great support. Furyk getting a lot of support here. He's 21 under, just a shot behind Tiger. And now Tiger here on the par 4 12th. Not pleased. One of the few poor swings he made. And the live finds a spot that's been trampled down by those galleries. He would miss the par putt. At this point, Tiger, who had a comfortable lead, is now tied with Jim Furyk at 21 under par. By the time Furyk gets to the last, he's one shot back, and because of the contour of the green, the only way he can get close to the hole is to chip it from the green, and he nearly jugged it. Creative shot, and Furyk says, well, I did what I could. He shot 64, 8 under in the final round, and put the heat on Woods, but in the end, Woods would not be touched. He birdies 13. Here's his second shot to the par 4 15. He didn't even look at it because he knew by the time it stopped rolling, it would be about there. He'd make the birdie, moves to 23 under. The fans up there know he's looking for 50, and that's it, and that's all. Birdie on the last. Tiger 24 under, a career high 28 birdies in the event. He wins by 3, and IBM Shot Link shows you the remarkable consistency. 4 straight rounds of 66. Each round had 7 birdies, 10 pars, and a bogey. And he becomes the 7th man in the history of the PGA Tour to win 50. Icing on the cake is sweet. Tiger enjoying the taste of victory as he gets set for the next major, the PGA Championship, in a couple of weeks at Medina, where incidentally Tiger won the last time they played a major there back in '99. And as I mentioned, 7 players have gotten to this plateau. Tiger has done it the fastest. Nicklaus did it at 33 when he won number 50 at the 73 PGA Championship. Baseball tonight coming up in about 10 minutes, so you will get your full fix of all the day in baseball if you've missed any of it in this sports center. But this is a Sunday, Neil, that's got as much going on really in the summertime as we can think of. Not only do you have baseball, not only do you have Tiger, but there's a pretty big deal going on the bricks.
Yeah, we're big race car fans too, and they were racing for something pretty big today. Brickyard 400, buckle up. Here's Chris Fowler.
Well, for Jimmy Johnson, Indy is a house of horrors no more. Bad history here erased today with another big victory in a monster race. It really was a skillful balance of prudent caution and then pure aggression when each was called for. And what a satisfying win. First Daytona, the all-star race, and now another monster win here at Indy. Jimmy, congratulations. How much of this was hard work on your part? How much of this was Houdini magic, given the trouble that your team had with tires all week?
There was a lot of hard work going into this. We had a problem yesterday in practice with the left front tire. I thought we made a shock adjustment that would help that. Unfortunately, once we got in the race, we had that same problem come back, and Chad Knaus had to go to work with the Goodyear tire engineers, try to understand what was going on, get the tire pressure right, get everything sorted out on the car to take some weight and pressure off of that tire. And we brought the life back to it, and off it went. So I was lucky I didn't go down a lap. I was lucky I didn't get in big trouble, and when that tire came apart, the fender stayed on the car, and I can keep going.
Well, we'll trace your story. You can help Rusty and me with the highlights here. Your teammate, four-time winner of this event, Jeff Gordon, also had a very adventurous day. He was starting in 16th. He would have to go to the pits in lap 9 because of a problem with the sway bar. So this is an unusual situation, Rusty.
Oh, it was a real unusual situation. When Jeff Gordon's out there running, you saw the left front of his car come flying up in the air. You knew something was wrong right there. You could tell it was a sway bar problem or a broken shock. But when they came down and pulled the left front tire off and jumped under there, you could see the guy in motion really bad. There's something wrong. And now they got a handful of sway bars running over there to fix this thing. Jimmy, I told him, a bolt breaking or something like that's got to be as weird as a hood flying off or something.
Yeah,
it's not expected.
That's been the luck Jeff's had this year. The guy's been very fast, but he's had the craziest luck. So
he was a lucky dog, though. He got back a couple laps today and got back in there.
I noticed he let him go by to get the lucky dog, so I'm so happy for him.
Well, here's your situation now, Jimmy. You're coming in, you blow the left front, and there's a fire in the pits after you pull out of some gasoline catches.
Yeah, it's like the little trail works its way around, and little hot dog roast there in pit road.
This is the first quarter of the race, though. At this point, I was listening to your race radio. They were saying, just relax, calm down, see how the tire pressure's going, then be aggressive.
Yeah, I really, I felt like I was going to punish the tire more since I lost track position, had to restart in the back coming up through there. So I was really nervous and expected to have another tire problem. Took care of the car. Fortunately, we did not have another problem, and we got through it, all right.
There you are passing Matt Kenseth, and then there was a situation where strategically a few cars did not pit with about 17 to go. So on the restart with 15 to go, you're out there having to pass some cars that had old tires.
Yeah, it was a great call for those other teams on this restart. I knew that I needed to get by Matt as fast as possible. He was the first guy with 4 tires. I really felt like I could get by the 8, some of the other cars that did not pit. 4 tires are very important in this track. And once I got in this position here, I just kept a close eye on where the 17 was, laid down good laps, being smart on the racetrack and trying to hit my marks. And fortunately, there wasn't a caution. There was this caution. Wow, that's an impact.
That was Casey Kane at the last lap. He's fighting for position there, but it's like 8, 9, and 10, and he ends up crashing and dropping out of the top 10 in points.
Man, I'm glad he's all right. That's a pretty heavy impact, but we already took the white flag, so we didn't have a green-white checkered, fortunately.
And here you are taking the checkered, a well-earned victory for you and your crew. Having finished this race the last couple of years, Matt Kenseth, who is second place in the points, also second today. You can see finishing down there in 15th was Jeff Burton, who led for 87 laps but couldn't handle the long runs in between cautions today.
Well, Burton's a guy that had a strong car throughout the day, and he was really checked out for a long time. And you look at the sheets, about lap 100s where it started going away, and we saw you coming on real strong. It was just a bad day for Burton, but boy, you really came out at the end.
Yeah, we had a great race car. I started off loose, and I think the track continued to get more slick as the race went on. And on the short run, I was nervous. I thought the 17 could get by me. The 99 at one time was really putting up a hard fight. But once I got 5 or 6 laps in, as you know, Rusty, this track tightens a race car up for whatever reason, and that loose combination had my car just right. And when I hit my marks, man, they'd get just smaller and smaller in the rearview mirror.
You said you had problems here in the past. You were just holding your breath the last couple of laps. Now, if you hadn't figured this out, folks, Jimmy's got a pretty good 2006 going. First of all, you joined a very select group, 5 5 guys have won Daytona and this race. Only Dale Jarrett and yourself now have done it in the same year.
Unbelievable. I can't believe the stats I've been able to rack up in my career. This has been a dream come true.
We've done specials all week long about kissing the bricks with a lot of different drivers. Now, I know you've done a lot of burnouts and a lot of different types of celebration.
Yeah.
But what was it like to go down there and kiss the bricks? Give me the feeling.
You know, before the race, everyone was asking what would that moment be like, and I never thought I would win here. I've had such a bad run here. To go down there and kiss him, I think you could see me there. I got a bunch of dirt and rubber. We were right on the burnout mark, so there's all kinds of tire rubber. So my wife comes up and her lip gloss was just covered with black spots from the rubber on the burnout. So it was a lot of fun. It was a great experience.
I got a fresh coat of lip gloss. And you dropped the flag on the backwards victory lap. That's the only thing you did wrong all day.
I know. I dropped the flag, and I'm like, man, those things are too tough to get. It stopped, backed up, went back and got it, and kept going.
Oh, well done, Jimmy. Congratulations. He's the big winner today. Now, for more in the big picture, here's Mike Massaro in the State Farm Road coverage.
On Sunday morning, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s crew chief Tony Eury Jr. said their goal was merely to finish among the top 15, but for most of the afternoon, that looked very unlikely. That is until, with 17 laps to go, with most of the leaders coming down pit road to change tires, Eury gambled, keeping Jr. on the racetrack. That enabled him to finish 6th and really put some pressure on the other drivers battling for that final position in the chase.
Well, you know, Junior lucked out big time, you know, to that strategy worked out for him. I mean, he was horrible all day, and you know, that's going to hurt us. You know, and the fact that we just, you know, weren't up there where we needed to be because the problems we had definitely put us behind.
Jeff Gordon said that gamble you took when not taking tires what killed him today because it really put him behind in the standings. What do you think?
I guess. I mean, I just trying to get what I can get. Man, he should have took the same gamble because his car was better than mine.
With the way Junior was running and, of course, how difficult it is to pass here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, really nobody can blame Tony Eury Jr. for taking that gamble. What do you think, Rusty?
Well, I think it was a great decision on his part to make that gamble, guys. I mean, he's out there running in the back of the pack or mid-pack most of the race. He had to get something done. Well, something done meant 2 tires or no tires. He decided to take no tires, stay in the track, not lose that track position. I applauded for him. I think under those circumstances, it was a right decision.
And it proved to be the right decision in his moving up into the top 10 of the points stands. He was so worn out, Junior was, after this race because of the stress of trying to make those final 15 laps on those old tires. Other big stars involved today, you've got Tony Stewart, who had an adventurous day. His crew had a malfunction. He was able to move back up and pass a whole bunch of cars and ended up moving up 1 spot in the chase as well. And Casey Kane is the big loser. More from those guys.
I think we passed 60-plus cars, so definitely a long day, but really proud of the Some Depot team. They did an awesome job, and you know, really proud of my crew chief. I mean, if he doesn't think that I'm 100% safe, he made me come back in to make sure our lug nuts were tight. So just had a mechanical failure with an air gun that cost us a long day, but really proud of how we rallied back. We had an awesome day.
Had to block Edwards, come back to Stewart. You know, trying to pass Stewart, I got loose. Stewart got right down on me, and I got loose, and then I just tried staying off of Tony, I guess. And run into the wall.
Mangled car for Casey Kane, searching for answers. He finishes 36th and drops from 7th to 11th. Gordon's up 1 spot, so is Stewart. And Earnhardt Jr. delighting his fans. He didn't have much of a race car all day, but he's in the top 10 now with 5 to go before the cutoff.
Well, he made it in the top 10 with 5 to go, just like you said. But, Chris, let me tell you, next week it's a whole different race. We're to a road course now. The big one's over. The big one's completely finished. The Brickyard, the Daytona, those are the ones I look at as far as big races. Now it's back to business as usual. Get to Watkins Glen. Tony Stewart's going to be good there. Jeff Gordon's going to be good there. A host of others. What
about Dale Jr., though? His spot, although he's in the top 10 this week, pretty precarious. He does not have a great history. Of course, it's like Watkins Glen.
Well, I'm real proud of his 6th place finish. If you remember yesterday, he told us he's getting ready to hang himself. Yeah. So he went from hanging himself to finishing 6th. That was pretty good. Now, he's not a bad road racer, but these other guys are better, and that's what's next week.
Let's see if we just get stay of execution for the number 8 car. In the meantime, the man of the hour, the number 48 car, Jimmy Johnson, in command of the next Cup race right now.
Hey, a reminder, ESPN News, it's always on, and go inside the stories on Outside the Lines. First report, weekdays, 3:30 Eastern.
Some news to pass along. X-rays on Bruce Perry's neck negative, going through a CAT scan right now. We leave you with a look back at a busy Sunday in sports. NASCAR, golf, baseball, preseason football. Looks like this.
Season for Big Poppy. Greg Norton hits an opposite field walk-off home run. A grand slam!
Welcome to Baseball Tonight, driven by Chevrolet.
Those that are being chased, the New York Mets, the chasers, the Phillies, along with Chase Utley. That's the Sunday night game. Out of the box we go, folks. Baseball Tonight. Steve Phillips, John Kruk, Carl Ravitch. Braves and the Reds. Kyle Loesch, very good in his debut. 5 innings, 2 earned on 4 hits. He was strong. Not so strong, Gary Majeski, who allowed 4 earned and 1 in the 3rd. And that old familiar phrase, bullpen blows one, reappears as the Reds lose 6-4. We'll look at the best and worst acquisitions at the break later on this show. His former team, Kyle's, the Twins, they pound out 22 hits. Jason Bartlett went off, 5 for 5. Odalis Perez's last 15 appearances resulted in losses by the team he pitches for. That was the case on Sunday, not surprisingly, as the Royals got rolled. Dodgers and the Marlins, it's the 7th, it's tied at 3. Wilson Betemit goes to center field. The new Dodger delivers off Scott Olsen. The Dodgers come back and have now won 9 games in a row. La La Land all fired up. The White Sox and the Blue Jays. The Catman, Frank Catalanato, goes up the middle. It appeared to be a routine ground ball single to right center. Aaron Hill never stopped running, and he's safe.
Oh, why stop?
If no one's going to pay any attention, keep on going. That's a child's philosophy. Our philosophy here on Baseball Tonight, we've taken on the greatest challenge of all time. We are now no longer identifying the top 5 web gems of a day. We're identifying the top 3 web gems in the history of a franchise. The Philadelphia Phillies will be the first. That comes later. This is great debate stuff. If we can discuss it, it's certainly what we're trying to do. Steve, John, Carl, let's roll it. Here are the Red Sox. They're taking on the Devil Rays. They've been in a up and down sort of mode. Unless your name is Ortiz, he's just up.
Unbelievable. Number 40 for Big Papi, leading the major leagues right now.
J.P. Howell had a good seat for that one.
He must take yoga.
3rd straight 40 home run seasons. That's the Red Sox record. Boston to lead into the 8th inning. They bring Papelbon in 0-2, and wouldn't you know it, Deanna Navarro blasts off. That tied the game up at 6. We go to extras. Top 10. Coco Crisp is on second. They wise up and move Ortiz with an intentional walk.
The Devil Rays watch baseball tonight.
Occasionally. Yeah. So, Manny's got a chance to be a hero. And Sean Kemp gets him to pop out. So we're still tied at 6. Strategy worked well. Saturday night, the Devil Rays allowed the Red Sox to load the bases. They held them in check. They beat them then. They beat them here in the bottom of the 10th. Norton, Greg Norton goes to left field, and that's a familiar sight as Julian Tavares walking off with his head hung.
Well, that's the plan against the Red Sox now. Hold out until you get to Tavares. He's really been struggling in the pen.
The Rays have won 4 straight home series against Boston and 9 of the past 13 against the Red Sox. Ben Zobrist, also home for Tampa Bay, his first Major League home run in this one. Easy to get caught up in all the euphoria of David Ortiz. And even Manny Ramirez has been hitting well. But in this game, there were some of those kinks in the armor that sometimes raise the ire of anti-Manny folks.
Yeah, and I'm not one of the anti-Manny guys. I love Manny. I love the fact that when he has a piece of wood in his hand, he knows what to do with it. It's just the other stuff that happens during games that you wonder, when does it not become Manny being Manny and someone telling this guy to play hard? Here it is in the 8th inning, a 6-4 game. Now, he knows that with their bullpen, it's always going to be close. Now, look at this ball right here. Goes over the right fielder's head, the left fielder where's Manny? Why is he not on second base? This is unbelievable. Now, it was irrelevant because Euclid was the next hitter. He ended up grounding out, making it out. He wouldn't have scored anyway. But when you're in a close game and you're in a pennant race like they're in, as far as the division and the wild card, you have to do everything you can to secure runs for your team. If Euclid gets a hit right there, it's first and second. Manny doesn't score. I mean, there comes a time when Manny being Manny is all cute and fine and dandy, but there comes a time when someone has to set this guy down and say, you know what? Give us everything you got, and you'd be a better player and help us win. I mean, one of the veteran players on this team has to tell this guy, play hard for us, help us try to win and get back into postseason. It's ridiculous.
It is August. They are trailing in both the wild card and the East. Manny did extend his hitting streak to 22 games by going 1 for 5. All right, the Heat also being put on Boston by this team, the Yankees. Looking to strike back. They had a one-hit performance on Saturday. Derek Jeter, one of the many Yankees who just annihilate Rodrigo Lopez. Another career home run off Rodrigo Lopez. Johnny Damon, his third career shot off Rodrigo Lopez. They're up 2-0.
Makes you want to grab a bat, don't it?
If you're a Yankee and facing Rodrigo, Melky didn't really have a great history against him.
He does now, though.
He certainly does. Melky's now got a home run in 5 career at-bats against Rodrigo Lopez.
Let me guess.
The Jambino, 4 career against Rodrigo Lopez.
Well, that would be 5.
Lopez did have 7 Ks on the day, but the home runs hurt him. 7 innings, 9 hits, and 5 earned. I'd say they hurt him. Jared Wright, Kevin Millar, high into the glove of, no, not A-Rod. Jeter's there. That's 1 out. Nick Markakis.
That's not a good swing.
No. It is a good pitch.
I'm taking it, though. I'm taking that swing.
Wright gets Widger to pop out, too.
This is how you have it easy.
Jeter, A-Rod, Sal Fasano, another guy who had killed Rodrigo Lopez but didn't in this game. Ari Boa got drilled by a foul ball. That was one of the few times we've seen Joe Torre smile on a bench this year.
It's a highlight of the day so far, Carr. Highlight of the day.
So Wright improves to 8-6. The Yankees improve by another game over the Red Sox in the American League East. It looks this way. They're 3 behind now in the loss column of Boston. They have a bunch of big series coming up, but you certainly can see good old Mo is riding with the Yankees, and he has jumped off the Red Sox bandwagon, at least for now. As for David Ortiz, no one else has gotten to 40 home runs quicker wearing a Red Sox uniform. 110 team games. As for longevity, he's the first Red Sox player with 3 straight 40 home run seasons. No one else has ever done that. And what he's trying to do is lead the American League with 40 and 109 and end that way. He's also looking to pass Mr. Jimmy Fox as far as the most home runs in Red Sox history for a season, which brings us to this discussion. Ortiz and Giambi, two of the greatest at their game right now. What do you like?
Well, you look at David Ortiz and what he's getting done. I mean, you know, it's not only the production you're getting, but it's when you get it. The clutch performance that you're getting. Today with the home run, his 30th lead-assuming RBI of the season, leading Major League Baseball. 5 walk-off hits, 3 walk-off homers. He's leading the league in RBIs, but he's also second in runs scored with 85. This guy does it all, and he's doing it when the Red Sox are the neediest, and they need to get it done with all the injuries. David Ortiz has been absolutely phenomenal, and he has to be the go-to guy. No surprise they walked him. You look at Jason Giambi. He was the comeback player of the year last year, and last year he hit 32 homers and hit 87 RBIs. He just matched those numbers today. There's a third of the season left, 54 games left in the season. He was the comeback player of the year last year. Little did we know there's a lot more for him to come back from. He's going to put up career numbers this year. When he was MVP, 43 homers, 137 RBIs. Giambi has stepped up big as well. When the Yankees had adversity, they lost Matsui, they lost Sheffield. Giambi's been a big part of what's carried the load for the New York Yankees, and he's not getting nearly the credit he deserves. A tremendous season for Giambi so far.
They're 16-6 since the All-Star break, and in Jarrett Wright's last 14 starts, they are 11-3. This is almost a sacrilege argument, but now on ESPN.com, Bill Simmons believes trying to decide who is more clutch, Big Papi or Larry Legend, is like asking who'd win a fight between Batman and Superman or Kruk and Phillips, whatever it may be. Due up on baseball tonight. The wild card races. The NL is a train wreck. 10 teams within a half a dozen games. The big boys of Boston, Chicago battling with the Twins. We'll tell you who we think is going to come out on top. Our weekly peek into the vault brings us the latest edition of Diamond Cuts, Hard Rock, and Hardball, the top 5 gems from the first Sunday in August with just over 50 games to go. Defense counts even more. And the debut of the greatest web gems in each team's history. The Phillies fly first.
Baseball Tonight is driven by Chevy, baseball's #1 fan. Chevy, an American revolution. And in part by Nike Air. More air, more world.
Wherever you're going, there's a car company that wants you to get more out of a gallon of gas. Chevy. 9 out of 10 cars we sell get an EPA estimated 30 highway miles per gallon or better. Here's one that doesn't, but it still gets 26 mpg highway. Chevy, we're taking a full tank further. That's an American revolution.
I'm a very calm person till I'm on the phone trying to order 20 pounds of pork when my wireless network So I switched to Singler's all-over network, the network with the fewest dropped calls. That's right. Testing from the leading independent research company proves it. Finito. So if you... And get Singular.
Singular, with the fewest drop calls, raising the bar.
Bust the blandness with Fiery Buffalo Boneless Wings at KFC. Get 100% breast meat boneless wings dipped in our Fiery Buffalo sauce. Try 6 for $2.99 or 18 for $8.79. Also available in honey barbecue flavor. No bones, all flavor at KFC.
In an active life, athlete's foot can break your rhythm. Lamisil AT treats it 4 times faster than other leading products, so you get results on the bottom that work their way to the top. Lamisil AT. Go on with the rhythm of life.
Did you know that Coca-Cola is the second most recognized word on the planet after OK? It's the food that built America. American Eats. Thursday nights at 10, only on the History Channel.
Meet Youth Baseball's MVPs, the most valuable parents who do whatever it takes to make the season possible. Brought to you by KFC, an official sponsor of ESPN's telecast of the Little League World Series, starting August 11th.
Tuesday on The Contender.
1, 2, 3, walk!
After a decisive victory for the Gold Team,
That's the way to fight.
Walter picks another fight.
Hey, handle your business, baby. You're acting like you a coach. There's coaches in here. We'll go right out there, man. You don't scare me.
And a score will be settled in the Contender ring. Sugar Shane Mosley guest stars.
One of the greatest fighters right now on the planet. This is the fight right here.
An all-new Contender. Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
Goodyear Diamond Daily is brought to you by Goodyear's Silent Armor Technology, featuring a layer made with Kevlar.
Goodyear Diamond Daily selection of the Baseball Tonight team, Jose Reyes of the New York Mets. They were wise enough to invest in him and, on Sunday, gave an extension to their third baseman, David Wright. The highlights of the Phillies and Mets with John Butchergross.
Goodyear, good choice, Ravi. We'll show you why with Jose Reyes. Mets home to the Phillies and John Maine on the hill. Thrown 17 consecutive scoreless entering Sunday's game. In trouble in the first and third, 1 out. Gets Ryan Howard with some high provolone. Next batter, Pat Burrell. Again, goes to the high fastball and gets Burrell to pop up to shallow left. There's your Goodyear Diamond Daily selection, Jose Reyes. In Met traffic. Makes the catch. To the fourth, David Wright just signed a huge extension, as did Jose Reyes over the weekend. They'll be Mets for a long time. And the Mets' Derek Jeter comes through. A double down the line. Wright's 26th double of the year. His 83rd RBI is only hit. And the Mets have a 1-0 lead. Next batter, Jose Valentin. Back to Matheson with 1 out. He'll look back. The runner throw to first. Ball he throws high. Howard maybe still should have caught it. He didn't. Another run scores. It's 2-0. Later, Lasting's Millage. His only hit of the game was timely with the bases loaded. Just 1 run will score. And so the bases remain loaded. It's a 3-0 game. Now 2 outs, 2-0 pitch. And here is your Goodyear Diamond Daily selection. Good choice, boys. That's a grand slam. 11th homer of the year for Reyes. Breaks this game wide open, and it's New York. 2 words, curtain call. 7-0 Mets. Top of 5. Let's focus on Maine again. Scoreless streak up to 22 innings as he gets Jimmy Rollins to fly out with runners on the corner. Top of 6, Pat Burrell. More trouble. 2 on, 1 out. Gets Burrell to strike out, then Aaron Rowan blowing away. 6 innings, no runs for Maine. His scoreless streak is up to 23 consecutive. So the Mets are winners. They're now 66-44, 8-1. They get a 7-run 4th and a 1-run 5th as Maine 107 pitches and 67 strikes. His ERA now down to 2.08 as the Mets win, Ravi.
No team hotter than those Los Angeles Dodgers. Are you kidding me? This was a team that is streaky, to say the least. They lose a bunch, they win a bunch. Here's what they've done during this 8-game win streak. Their ERA is good. They're outscoring everybody, and they're batting over 300. Can they come back in a game? We've seen that a few times. Scott Olsen came in 3-0 in his last 6 starts. To the 7th inning, 3-1 Fish. Jason Repko. Uh-oh. Bases loaded. Joe Girardi's seen enough. We can't let this one get away. Logan Kensing. Julio Lugo. Uh-oh, watch the pitcher. Did you see that? Right away, he knew he was hurt. He's out. Taylor Tankersley in. Where was that pitch? Someone asked Larry Vanover where that pitch was.
A little high, I think.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that's what he called it, I'm sure. Wasn't in.
Ramon Martinez is in as 3-2. Tankersley, that one we get.
That was outside. Yeah, that was outside.
We are in full agreement. 2 batters later, Wilson Benameez. Oh!
Remove all doubt, Carl. Swing it.
Scott Olsen is stunned. He thought he had a win, and lo and behold, he's under the towel. How about the Dodgers? That's 9 in a row. Comments on how this thing's turned around?
Everything's clicking for them right now. They're doing all the little things. Jeff Kent due back as well, and Nomar Garciaparra not that far behind.
They lose 8. Now they win 9. Miguel Cabrera had 2 hits and an RBI in the loss. Steve just talked about how they're getting healthier. They also did a lot at the trade deadline. We saw Maddox, who was outstanding. 3 up and 3 down. We'll start with you. The guys that have made the biggest impact positively.
Well, Greg Maddox is one of them, Carl. You mentioned him. I mean, you know, it was 1 start with the Dodgers, 6 no-hit innings, but I think this is a revitalization for a guy who's used to being in the postseason and having meaningful games during the regular season. He didn't have that with Chicago. I think he's going to rebuild this now. And Wilson Benameez. You know, here's a guy that came over from the Braves. He was, you know, kind of a fill-in for Chipper, wasn't going to play everyday type guy. You know, he's only hitting .250, got off to a good start, but 4 runs, 4 RBIs. And again, 7 wins in those 7 games he's been a Dodger. And Bobby Abreu goes to the Yankees. What's he do? He's hitting over 400. He scored 4 runs. The Yankees are 5-1, and he's added a new dimension to this team. A guy who can hit in the middle of the lineup and steal bases and get on base.
He's hustling, which Philly fans are irate
Loves to hustle.
Well, we look at the downside of the trade acquisitions. How about Shea Hildebrand? He said the ship was sinking in Toronto, and since he's been in San Francisco, well, the ship's sinking. They're 2-11 since he showed up. Only hitting .241, 1 homer and 1 RBI in 13 games. He's not getting it done there. Kevin Mentz from Milwaukee, he feels lost at the plate. He had 4 hits in his first 2 games. Then he took an 0 for 16, did get an infield hit to end that, but only hitting .200 with 1 homer and a .192 on base percentage for the Brewers. And finally, the platoon worked well for the Cleveland Indians with Ben Broussard and Eduardo Perez not working as well in Seattle right now. .318 batting average in Cleveland, only about .167 in Seattle for those 2 combined.
It's remarkable how the best laid plans, and really the deals that weren't done, and you think about, boy, how those pieces would fit, that can leave a few teams frustrated as well. I will come back here, do up on baseball tonight. Before the Cardinals get too far ahead of the Reds, Cincinnati's got a chance to reel them in by themselves. 7 of their next 10 against each other, but that's Monday. We'll give you the Sunday storylines in a bit. In the long history of baseball in Philly, the Secretary of Defense, guys named Rose and Roland. The top 3 web gems in the history of the franchise are coming up.
First time I had a Samuel Adams Boston Lager, it was like, wow, what is this stuff?
Boston Lager, it was love at first taste.
It's got a nice hoppiness to it.
We're just literally shoving hops into our beer, and I think we're considered marginally insane. Most brewers have a dash of hops.
We use a pound of hops per barrel.
You know you're drinking a beer. It's not watery, you know, it's got something to it.
Boston Lager tastes full-bodied.
Try a Sam Adams and know that that's what beer is supposed to taste like. Don't be afraid of flavor, my man.
Let me guess, more Albert Pujols stuff?
He's the best.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
What am I, chopped liver? I hit 714 home runs.
Come on, the Wizard of Oz stole 580 bases.
In my day, we didn't have bases. We had rocks.
What?
Hey, I played in 2,632 straight games.
Well, I ate 2,632 hot dogs. Can I get an amen from the bobbleheads?
DHL and MLB give you the chance to vote for your team's greatest. It's Hometown Heroes. Go to MLB.com now.
I think I'm taking Larry Johnson first.
Wait, I win the Heisman. Now I'm going to go first in my own league? Oh, that's messed up.
Okay. With the first pick, I take our boy Reggie Bush.
Cool, I'll take LJ. Oh, LJ's ranked #1 all over ESPN. I can't believe you took me first. I was dumb.
Everything you need to dominate your fantasy league. Another way mobile ESPN offers better features and content than your current phone service.
Drop everything. Toyota's nationwide clearance event is on now.
It's a great time to buy the Toyota you're looking for, like the roomy Tundra Double Cab. We're clearing out our 06s, like the 5-star rated Highlander, the sporty, fuel-efficient Corolla, and the unstoppable Tundra. While you're there, check out the hot new 07s, like the all-new redesigned Camry. The clock's ticking. Catch the Toyota Time nationwide clearance event today. Toyota, moving forward.
The Great Mississippi Valley Fair. There's too much fun for the money to miss the show. For your $35 fun card, you could go and go and go. Leroy Van Dyke, Cornell Gunter's Coasters, Alligator Show, Chainsaw Artist, a brand new high diving act, Johnny Pierce and the Muttville Comics, and Frisco's Animals. Then come back for the National Belgian Horse Show, great livestock and 4-H shows. For 6 days, August 1st through the 6th, there's more fun for the money at the Great One, the Mississippi Valley Fair. And everybody's gonna be there. The Great Mississippi Valley Fair.
Welcome back to Baseball Tonight, driven by Chevrolet.
Back here on Baseball Tonight, Steve Phillips, John Kruk, Carl Ravitch, Brewers and the Cardinals. Tony and company wrapping up the 3-game set with the Beer Makers bottom 6. Juan Encarnacion against Chris Capuano. That's deep. That's gone. His 16th of the year. The Cardinals go up 4-zip. Jeff Suppan, you get your runs. Now it's up to you. In the 7th against Jeff Jenkins. Watch Suppan. Little movement here. Painting.
Well, he's back on track. That's good news for the Cardinals because it was only Chris Carpenter for a while.
Careful. Scott Rowland riding Derek Turnbow out. 15th of the year. Cards up 6-1. This was more like it for the Cardinals. They win it by a score of 7-1. So good pitching, as Steve said, from Jeff Suppan. Talked about Kevin Mench struggling. Did have a couple of hits in this game, but home runs for Rowland and Encarnacion, the difference, and it's good to see the Cardinals make no errors. The Braves, they're dealing with the Reds. Bottom of the first of this one, down 2-zip. Ken Griffey Jr., John Smoltz. 2 Hall of Famers here, Crocky.
Well, absolutely, Carl, and the one with the bat happened to win this contest.
559th of his career, the Reds down by a score of 2-1. Now to the 8th, down 4-2. First and second, Jeff Francoeur against Jerry Majeski, and Majeski watches this thing roll down the right field line. Andrews in. Chris Denorfia had to get away from him. Andrew playing third base coach. Sometimes you got to have multiple roles.
Versatility.
Yep. Matt Diaz, hammer time. 4th home run of the year, 6-4 Braves. And the Braves win by a final score of 6-4. Frustration for the Reds. We've seen this before.
Well, remade bullpen. Gary Majeski, a guy they're counting on to get it done, and unfortunately gave it up today.
Look at the Wickster picking up his 5th save as the Braves snap the skid. So the National League Central looks like this with the Reds 4 back of the Cardinals. But again, huge series begins Monday. Then there's a 3-game break. Then they're back for another set. They'll play 7 of their next 10. The Astros and the Brewers looking up at 2 teams that don't appear to be catchable, which is the odd thing when you think about the wild card with the Reds, and certainly the Reds probably frustrated because the Cardinals haven't been great. On the road we go, and Andrew Jones is a name that keeps popping up. Now, word is that he's cleared waivers and is going to stay there.
Well, I mean, the Andrew Jones situation, there's a lot of hand-wringing going on right now in Atlanta because people saying he's on waivers. This means the Braves want to trade him, trying to go. There was thought that he had gotten claimed while he was on waivers. Here's the thing. The Atlanta Braves didn't put Andrew Jones on waivers right now to trade him in the middle of the season. There's not a realistic deal that can be made during a waiver period for a guy like Andrew because to move him, you're going to bring back 2 or 3 major league pieces who are going to be affordable, young guys who can move. Those young players would get claimed by other teams. It's not a deal to get done. What happens during this period of time as a general manager, and I did it myself, I tend to put all my players through waivers this time of year. Not only because you want to trade some, but for some other guys, it's a way to gauge interest from other clubs. It's a way to gauge value. If other teams are putting in claims, not necessarily to make a deal, but just so you know. A lot of times, too, you put through star players to camouflage some of the other players you're trying to sneak through on a day to think, well, he's putting them through with Andrew Jones. They must like him. They must not be looking to move him. So don't worry. Andrew Jones isn't going anywhere right now. Maybe in the offseason, though.
Were you reluctant to show your hand if you were on the other side saying, boy, if I actually claim that guy, they'll know I have an interest. They'll know that they can maybe come back to me and get something more?
Well, I tended to claim everybody I could that I thought either could help my team or somebody else might try to make a deal, because you don't want to get burned. You're competing as a general manager this time of year. If a good player goes through and you can take him on your roster, you tend to put in a waiver claim.
All right, Cards and the Reds on the road. That series, a 4-game set. You think about the way the Reds have played, you can't imagine they haven't been caught. The Cardinals, the Reds must think, how could we not catch them? Now they play against each other. What's going to happen?
Well, you got a 4-game series here now. The Cincinnati Reds can look at it. If the Cincinnati Reds sweep this series, they ultimately take over first place in the Central Division. The St. Louis Cardinals had been slumping. They hadn't been playing well. Now, finally, they've gotten things together a little bit again. You see the matchups there. The key for the St. Louis Cardinals on the road right now, they need David Eckstein to get on base. I mean, he really struggled, hitting .234 in July, only hitting .167 in August. He is the catalyst to this team. They need him to get things going. He's got to make contact, get on base, and ultimately he will be the key for the Cardinals in this series against the Cincinnati Reds.
That first game is Monday on the road. We, of course, will bring you the highlights and the full story coming up on Baseball Tonight, Monday at 10 o'clock Eastern Time.
On the road with Chevy, baseball's #1 fan. Chevy, an American revolution.
Due up on Baseball Tonight, you think you had a rough week. How's Fausto doing? Last 7 days for Carmona have been awful, like a pitching piñata. How much more can he or the team take? He fed a few gopher balls to the Red Sox, keeping Boston's playoffs hopes alive. The wildest wild card races on record and how they play out next.
Pickup and SUV. Gasoline and E85 ethanol. Haul and tow. The all-new 2007 Chevy Avalanche, the most flexible vehicle out there.
You're never gonna believe what happened.
Wait, you ran all the way to the river?
When you take it off, you're gonna like what you see.
Scotch Blue Painter's Tape. Goes on easy, comes off clean, leaving professional paint lines. Scotch Blue Painter's Tape.
Bust the blandness with Fiery Buffalo Boneless Wings at KFC. Get 100% breast meat boneless wings dipped in our Fiery Buffalo sauce. Try 6 for $2.99 or 18 for $8.79. Also available in honey barbecue flavor. No bones, all flavor at KFC.
An important lesson I learned is to never give up.
Major League Baseball and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America teach kids the importance of never giving up.
Home run, Big Papi spikes again.
Big kid, big effort, big smile. I guess that's why they call me Big Papi.
Major League Baseball is a proud sponsor of the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Together, they create a positive place for kids.
Every year, Pamplona has a running of the bulls. Here at Sports Center, we have a similar tradition. Is it fun? No. But is it important?
Has not been a great week for that guy, Fausto Carmona. Sunday allowed 4 runs in the 9th inning in a 7-3 loss to the Seattle Mariners. All right, the Indians are out of the race. They move Wickman. They figure, here's where our future's going to be. Let's get him some work now. It didn't work Sunday. Then it got worse.
Yeah, it didn't get much prettier, did it, Carl?
Yeah, no shame in giving one up to David Ortiz, though.
No. A 3-run home run, though, to Ortiz, and he banged himself on the head. His hand and his head got very familiar with each other over this past week.
So did the ball and the Red Sox hitters, too.
See, right there, Eric Which says, please have him breathe.
Breathing's important.
And then with the bases loaded on a 1-0 count, he allowed the 2-run double to Mark Loretta. And there he goes with the head and the hand. Then Saturday, there it is again. The head meets the hand as Pudge Rodriguez walks off with a 2-run home run. All right, Johnny. We've seen guys struggle before, and it's turned out okay. What do? Do you just cash in the chips now?
I keep sending him out there, Carl, and I know what people are saying over here that, you know, young players, you have to protect them. See, I think that's ridiculous. You know what? The Indians aren't going to win. You look at this guy, though, his stuff, as far as stuff goes, when he's right, he's unhittable. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Look at this pitch right here. I don't even know if that's a split or a slider or whatever it is, but whatever it is filthy. And when he's right, he's right. The thing is with young pitchers is, what do you have now with Cleveland is if this guy can figure this out and he can start dealing like he can, 94, 97, this guy's fastball is, if he can figure this out and get through this rough period right now, then the Indians have something very special. And that's a guy who's been through the adversity. He's been dealt with it. He's given up games. He's blown games with homers, hits, and everything else. Every conceivable way of losing a game, he's done it and blown a game for his team. If he can figure this out, though, mentally right now, he would be one of the toughest guys they have. Going into next year, you don't have to worry about your closer position.
All right. Well, Phillips perhaps has mentioned the fact that maybe we got to give up on him. But if you give up on him there, Steve, you would have given up on Mariano, who in 97 blew 3 of his first 6 in his first season. You would have given up on Hoffman. You would have thrown Wagner out the door. They all struggled when they started.
I don't think you have to give up on them, but I do think that maybe getting some small successes might be good right now. Back them out and then work them back into the spotlight.
Send him out there and let him work his way through.
Let's see what they do if he gets a chance on Sunday. Indians and the Tigers. Sabathia 6-0 at Comerica. That's pretty good. He's at Comerica again, and Craig Monroe singles to left.
Craig Monroe down and in. He's going to do some damage.
1-0 Tigers. We go to the 7th inning. Jason Grilli against Jason Michaels with 2 men on. It's still 1-0. Now they're loaded. Jim Leland walks to the mound. Grilli's gone. Jamie Walker in. He's a lefty. So is Hafner. They're loaded. He's got a lot of grand slams this year. 5 on the season. I think we'll work him away. Uh-oh. May have got away with 1 there.
That's it, Carl. I mean, you know, as a big league hitter, when you're facing a reliever like that, you're going to get 1 pitch to hit, and you miss it, you're in trouble.
Next batter, Victor Martinez to short, force at second. The Tigers have figured out every possible way to win. With Aaron Ledesma going 5 2/3 as he spots for Justin Verlander, trying to give his arm a rest, although he will start Friday against the White Sox. How about Aaron Ledesma steps in and goes 5 2/3 scoreless? As Tim Kirksey would say, here are the Minnesota Twins taking on the Royals.
Bartlett.
I said Aaron, I meant Wilfredo. Jason Bartlett batting 9th, hitting .357 this year. Little weak single. It's good enough to get the Twins a 1-0 lead. Now 4-1, 1 on and 2 out. Bartlett again.
Line to line.
Twins have come back. It's now 4-2.
You can't defend against him.
Not today.
Can't